All right, y'all. Welcome back to another live energy update session with MDT Triple Eight Spirit Guide, John 424. I'm your host, Matty T. All right, let's see what's going on here, y'all. Hold on. I still got my same old setup from the other side. Let's correct that. Let's see. Hang on, y'all. That is not what I want. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna be with you in just a minute. Had some technical difficulties here. We're going to get it worked out, okay? We're going to get that worked right out. All right, y'all. That's not what I want either. Cancel that. What's up, Ali Rue? Okay, Green Tambourine, we're good. Looks like we're good, y'all. Okay, so here is what I want to do. Okay. Hang on one second, y'all. All right, so we're good. We're good. All right, y'all. What past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release? Looks like some of the past life baggage I came here to resolve and release is technical difficulties before going live. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. And thank you to those of you that were patient enough to wait while I worked out the technical difficulties. So I'm not going to keep y'all waiting much longer. This is going to be a live energy update. And the title again is about today we're trying to find out what past life baggage did you come here to resolve so that you can release it, okay? Why is that important? Those of you that watch me on my Matt D. Talford channel know that one of the things that I talk about all the time, and then one of the movies I reference a lot, is the movie Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. Movie came out about 12 years ago, 2014 to be exact. And in it, without playing spoiler too much, it is one of those things where if you don't get it right, you got to go back and do it again. And you come back to life to do it again. So, hey, Karen, thank you for being here. So, y'all, what I want to do with this reading is I want to help you to identify if there's any past life baggage that you perhaps brought forward into this lifetime so that you could resolve it and release it. Now, a lot of that stuff you can do with natal chart readings. A lot of that stuff you can do with soul contract readings. I've done those things before in the past. Y'all know I put we're starting to look like a permanent moratorium on them, but I don't know. I won't say permanent. I never say never. I could come back to doing those. But yeah, one of the things I'm going to be doing with this reading is helping you to verify. This reading today should just be clarification for you. There shouldn't be any surprises with it. But keep in mind that this is a general collective reading. It is not an individual one-on-one reading. So if the messages apply to you, please take those. If they do not apply, toss them, okay? Now, the other thing I want you guys to understand is right now, the plan is to not read any reversals unless the spirit directs me to. So if the card comes out upside down, unless the spirit directs me to take that as a reversal and see how it might apply to you, I'm not doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a single oracle card. I'll be reading from the Intuition Oracle. It's a great deck for something like this. This is my first time doing this, so I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited too. But today, we're going to find out what's going on. And the song that goes with today's reading is Bag Lady by Erykah Badu. Those of y'all that are familiar with the song, run with it, okay? Go check it out. If you're not familiar with it, go and check it out. It's a great song, and I think it applies great. I think it applies perfectly to what we're doing. So again, check in with your higher self as I'm going through these. I'm going to start with Gemini, and since we're in Gemini season, and I'm going to end with Taurus. Now, normally I give you guys 5 or 6 placements from your natal chart that I want you to watch for. Today, we're only doing 4, okay? Check your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and your north node sign, okay? Now, if you want to go look at another sign or whatever, if you want to watch it for another placement you might have, fine. But I'm focused more on your sun, which is your core soul vitality, your core soul essence, your moon, which is your heart chakra. It is your heart space. It's what you're emotionally tied to. In Vedic astrology, though, this is not Vedic. I'm doing tropical. But in Vedic astrology, you should know that the moon is tied to past life energy. So sometimes when you get a Vedic astrology reading, you can get information about who you were in a previous lifetime by looking at your moon sign. So the moon is huge here. The moon is huge. So check for your sun, check for your moon, check for your rising sign, your ascendant. Why? Because your ascendant is going to point you to really what the one I really care about is what sign you have in your 12th house. But that 12th house sign is going to change every time based on your ascendant. So you're going to check for your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and then you're going to check for your north node. Why? Your north node is your soul's destiny for this lifetime. So I'm going to get ready to begin. I'm going to pull one Intuition Oracle card to start. And then I've got 3 decks I'm working with today. I'm working with the Lunar Tarot deck, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and the Light Seers deck. And I'm just going to let the spirit lead me on which one to use for what, okay? So without further ado, y'all, we're going to get started with Gemini, and I'm going to write this down as 5:15. Gemini, thank y'all for being here. Check for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, or Gemini North Node, okay? And I'm going to start with this Light Seers deck. Now, y'all know how I do it with normally with my readings. I will pull one card to get the direction, and then I'll pull another card to find out what's going on. Actually, I'm not going to start with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I'm going to pull your Oracle card first. So let's get the Intuition Oracle. Now, y'all, because I've got to go through 12 signs today, I'm not going to do what I typically do during my weekly energy updates, and that is read from the book. I am going to take the intuition of what's written on the card. I'm going to take what's there and let that guide me, okay? So I've already shuffled these, but I'm going to shuffle them one more time. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here tonight. This is a fun reading. I hope that this one resonates. If it resonates, you want to talk about it in the chat, please do. Or, if you want to leave a comment, let me know that it resonated for you. And let's see, y'all. Let's see. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. And I'm in here too, so I can't hide. All right, I'm going to take this card off the top. All right, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I didn't say Venus. I'm in the old time, y'all. Let me come back. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node, okay? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node. Your card is number 41, the Improviser. And the affirmation is, I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances, okay? Gemini, number 41, the Improviser. 41, some of you watching might be 41 years old. Some of you may have a birthday, okay, because it's Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or North Node. So you could be a Moon, Rising, or North Node that has a birthday on April the 1st or the 4th of January, okay? Or you could be a life path number 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. So you could be a life path number 5 as well. But the Improviser, your affirmation is, I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. So some of the past life baggage that you guys have brought forward, Gemini, is that perhaps you were not adaptable in a previous lifetime, okay? Perhaps you brought some rigidness forward into this lifetime. This says, I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. Gemini is a mutable sign. The mutable signs are the most adaptable. You got your cardinal signs, which are your leaders, your fixed signs, which are your doers, and your mutable signs, which are your adapters and your change agents. So if you've got Gemini, this card is perfect for you, okay? I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. Geminis, are you guys having trouble adapting and deal with unexpected circumstances? If so, that is probably something you brought from a previous lifetime that you're here to overcome, okay? So now I'll put that one back in the deck. I'm gonna start, no, not lunar. Let's do Rider-Waite. Let's do Rider-Waite. No, let's do this. I'm gonna do Light Seers. I'm gonna use Light Seers for my mutable signs. I'm gonna use lunar for my fixed signs, and I'm gonna use the Rider-Waite-Smith for my cardinal signs. That's how I'll do it. So since Gemini is a mutable sign, I'm gonna use the Light Seers deck for that. I've already shuffled these, but I'm gonna shuffle it one more time, and let's find out. Let's find out, what did you come here? What baggage did you bring forward here, Gemini? Okay. Page of Pentacles is the direction, okay? Page of Pentacles. So perhaps you came here to learn something about money. Perhaps you came here to learn something about money. Pages are students, okay? Pages are students. And the interesting thing with Gemini, Gemini is the ruler of the 3rd house, okay? Gemini is the student. Sagittarius is a teacher, okay? So do you see the synchronicity already here? The 3rd house is the house of learning, the house of education, the house of knowledge. So with this Page of Pentacles coming out, setting the direction, and some of you may have Earth placements prominent in your chart, this tells me that you guys perhaps came here to learn something about money or work, okay? So you probably brought some past life baggage forward on that. Let's get a card now to see what it is that you perhaps brought forward from a previous lifetime that you came here to resolve and release with regards to money or work. All right. And another card came out. Page of Cups. Okay. The Page of Cups came out. Okay. The Page of Cups is a youthful energy. It's a youthful energy. So it is a youthful energy, youthful emotions. Sometimes with, and I can see where this is going already. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the 3 of Pentacles, okay? So that's definitely work. Collaboration, the workplace. So what I think is going on with you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, you guys perhaps came here into this life. Some of the past life baggage that you guys brought forward is you were perhaps too giving of yourself. You probably overdid in the workplace in the previous lifetime. You probably were over helping. You probably were, again, you see 3 of Pentacles here. That's a card of collaboration, working together on something. The past life baggage that you perhaps brought here forward to resolve and release, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node, is that you came here to learn with this Page of Cups that you cannot tie your emotions to your money. Okay, you guys had some sort of emotion that you came here to release or learn about for yourselves. There's a lesson you didn't learn in the previous lifetime, and with this page, which is a youthful energy, you got 2 pages coming out here, Gemini. You got 2 pages coming out. So you guys probably gave away way too much money, and it probably had something to do with, hey, you know what? I want to make sure that I give to the people I care about. That Page of Cups is a youthful, loving energy. There's somebody that wants to, there's somebody that just wants to, they want to give love. They want to be loved. They want to feel love. Okay. They could be emotionally immature, but again, pages want to learn. So you perhaps didn't learn some lessons with regards to maybe even perhaps lovers. You were too youthful, and I think you gave away too much money in a previous lifetime. So y'all let me know how that resonates with you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What the cards are telling me is the past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release has to deal with overgiving with regards to money or overgiving of yourself. You probably were out there helping people, and you probably gave away way too much money. So you're back here to learn about, hey, the Page of Pentacles is a helpful energy. They're very eager to help. They're eager to learn. And look at it, he's got a coin in his hand. Page of Pentacles, they love to bring you gifts. They love to bring gifts. So you guys are back here to learn a lesson and to resolve or overcome and release past life baggage with regards to giving away too much of yourself with regards to work, overdoing, possibly to try to get people to like you. Okay. Now, he's not watching, but I'm here to tell you, I have a brother who is a Gemini moon, and this is him all day. Well, if I give them something, or if I come and help them whenever they want, maybe they'll like me. Maybe they'll like me better. Okay. Wow. That's a true story. I won't name which one of my brothers. I have 5 siblings. Okay. I won't tell you which one it is, but that is very true for somebody. And I've told him that. Hey, you probably need to pull back. You've given a little bit too much. Okay. And what happens when you give so much? If you're giving to be liked, if you are giving so that you can be liked, you're never going to get it. So let me get an advice card for you before we move on to the next sign. I'm here to tell you that Matt's advice is pour that into yourself. Okay. Stop giving away everything. Pour some of it into yourself. Okay. Let me get an advice card. I'm gonna get an advice card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And that's so funny. That is so funny with that seems to go with, and I don't even remember because I put it in the middle of the deck. I don't even remember what the Oracle card is, but you know what? I'm gonna get that advice card from the same deck. Let's get some advice for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising before we move on. I'm gonna shuffle these cards one more time. Okay. Spirit said, this is your advice right here. I don't even need to shuffle. I just split the deck on the 3 of Pentacles again and the 7 of Cups. Okay. So your advice is right here. 7 of Cups. Your advice, Spirit wants you to look at all your options. Consider your options carefully before you start giving away everything. That, again, Cups, that's more emotions. Some of y'all have prominent water placements, Gemini. You got Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in a prominent placement in your chart. Your advice from Spirit is for you to resolve and release your past life baggage that has to deal with being too eager to give with the hopes that maybe they'll like me. Okay. Spirit's advice to you is consider your options carefully. 7 of Cups is a card of looking at options. Don't pour everything. Don't pour all of your coin into one bank, so to speak. Hey, if I give this person everything, then I know they'll like me. No, we're not doing that. Come out of that youthful Page of Cups energy. Spirit's advice is consider your options carefully. Matt's advice is pour what you would normally give to somebody else. Take that Page of Pentacles energy and invest in yourself. Pentacles is investment. Invest in yourself. That's all I got for you, Gemini. If you like that, hit that like button for me. Hit that thumbs up button, rather. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of energy updates, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And guys, listen, if you want to support my work, I have a tip jar on the description box. So feel free to tip. It's not required. It's always appreciated, but not required. The biggest way you guys can show your appreciation is simply browsing my collection of books at www.talfordarts.com. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night. Let's move on to Cancer. Let's see, 1520. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node. What's the past life baggage that you brought forward that you came here to resolve and release? For my emotionally, highly intelligent, highly emotionally intuitive Cancers, okay? I have a Cancer moon, so some of this might be in here for me. Y'all know, y'all have heard me say this. I don't like read my own energy, but it is what it is, all right? So let's get you guys an oracle card first. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. What past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release? Let's find out. Let's find out. For my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. What's up, San OJ? Thank you for being here. Tora Girl, what's up? Thank you for being here. Y'all are awesome. Highly favored, blessed warrior. Thank you for being here. Ali Rue, once again, thank you for being here. Karen and Green Tambourine Tarot. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, your card is number 5, the leaders, and your affirmation is, I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. Now, interestingly enough, y'all, let me say this. That's number 5, okay? So some of you could be life path number 5. Some of you could have been born on the 5th day of the month. Some of you could have been born in the 5th month, which is May, okay? But we're talking to our Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Now, here's what's interesting. In the Gemini reading that I just did, Geminis, their card came out, their oracle card had to deal with being adaptable, okay? So that adaptability ties right into what they were talking about, their money. Be adaptable, okay? You don't always have to. Anyway, I'm not going to redo Geminis. But what's interesting is the Gemini oracle card was about being adaptable. Gemini is a mutable sign. The mutable signs are all about adaptability, okay? Adaptability, okay? Their ability to to adapt. Cancer is a cardinal sign. The cardinal signs are the leaders. So you guys' card is the leaders. Your affirmation is, I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. So what this is telling me, Cancer, the oracle card is telling me that one of the things that perhaps you came here to resolve and release is perhaps not stepping up and taking the lead on something when you know you needed to. There's something that you needed to take the lead on, something you needed to step up on, and perhaps you did not take the lead. So this is why Spirit is showing us the card, the leaders, and the affirmation is, I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. Okay. Y'all, I wasn't gonna read anything from the book, and Spirit is now urging me to read you guys's oracle card from the book. So I'll be right back. Let me grab the book for this. I wasn't expecting this. Y'all stand by. I did not, for time's sake, I did not want to go through and read all of these, but Spirit just told me to read y'all's, and I do what I'm told. I do what I'm told when it comes to Spirit. All right. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. You guys had card number 5, the leaders. All right. The affirmation is, I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. The art of the matter. 2 leaders. Let's look at the front of the card here. Let's look at the artwork. Okay. 2 leaders there. All right. Dressed in traditional so-called Native American garb. I'm not going to go down that path, but traditional so-called Native American garb. Some of y'all could be indigenous to this land, okay, or to whatever country you're watching me from. Anyway, the art of the matter with the leaders. 2 leaders stand side by side discussing the best course of action to take for the benefit of the people who look to them for guidance. The strange moonlit place in which they find themselves is symbolic of the darkness and confusion through which all leaders must navigate, using their intuition, Cancer energy, as well as their logical mind. I see why Spirit had me. I'll read this. The man stands proudly looking off into the distance at a future that may or may not come to pass as he anticipates it. Wow. Y'all are here doing a past life reading. Okay. What baggage did you bring forward? What perhaps did you not complete in your previous lifetime that you're here to do? And out comes this card. Okay. That man stands proudly looking off into the distance at a future that may or may not come to pass as he anticipates it. The woman is cautious and looks back, reminding him of the lessons they and those who have come before them have learned. The man wears a dual headdress, symbol of his rank. The feathers are from the eagle, the highest flying bird, and remind him to look down from a higher perspective on all below. In astrology, the eagle is the sign of Scorpio. So some of y'all might have Scorpio in your chart. Let's see. The horns, a symbol the world over for lead. The horns, a symbol the world over for leadership and wisdom, connect him to the earth, mother of all. On his tunic, he wears the story of his accomplishments, told in pictographs and in the image of a circle divided into 12 sections. Also, a symbol found in the cosmologies of most of the earth's first peoples. It corresponds to both the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 12 houses of an astrological chart. This is so synchronistic, y'all. For thousands of years, leaders have guided their followers by the stars and planets. The orange circle surrounding, let me make sure y'all still got this on the screen. Okay. The orange circle surrounding this circle of the earth is the symbol of the sun, the great being who brings light and life to our solar system. The woman who guides the male leader in all things wears a necklace and earrings made from substances so precious they are also used as currency. Upon her chest are two beaded circles, the universal symbol of the moon, as she makes her transition from, okay, I'm gonna put the card down, y'all. As she makes her transition from full moon to new moon and back again. Thousands of years ago, the ability of a woman to create life caused all women to be seen as manifestations of the great goddess herself. For centuries, women were held to be sacred, from the Latin word sacer or sacer, which means untouchable. These two leaders are proud of their accomplishments, symbolized by their fine clothing, their tools, and most of all, by their partnership. They are wise, but know how to listen. They are the archetype of all successful leaders. They harmonize their male logical left brain with their female intuitive right brain to make decisions that lead to the best results for all concerned. Now, the heart of the matter is, there are times when your ability to assume a position of authority and control is crucial. What did y'all bring? What did y'all come here to resolve and release? I spoke on this. Here we go. If you think you cannot lead until you know exactly what to do, it is time you learned the truth about the way every great leader leads. They do the best they can. That's for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Do the best you can. Okay, but step up and do it so you don't have to repeat it. If you wait for others to take the lead, you may be disappointed. Even if they appear resistant to taking your direction, in their heart of hearts, they know you are right and will come around to your way of thinking sooner than you think. In everything you do, Cancer, do not take any shortcuts or get involved with any underhanded activities. Behave nobly. Remember to avoid seeming overbearing and dictatorial. Let your good example be the best sermon. It is especially important that you avoid appearing cheap or petty. Almost all people have a hard time accepting direction from someone who does not live up to a very high set of standards. Allow your intuition to alert you to whom you can trust and who is not trustworthy. And if you got Cancer in your sun, your moon, your rising, or your north node, you are highly empathic, so you can feel people's energy anyway. Wow. Wow. Let's get on to your tarot now. That's a beautiful message. Let me hold that card up one more time. The leader. Your affirmation is, I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. What you came here to do, what you came here to resolve and release is not stepping up and taking the lead when everything inside you says you need to. All right. Let's keep it moving now. Let's move on to, let's see, this is a water sign. I'm going to use the Cancer is a fixed, I'm sorry, Cardinal. So I'm going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck for this. All right, here we go. You know what? Because Cancer's ruling planet is the moon, I'm going to use this lunar deck. That's why I was reaching for it the first time. It's okay to go off script. That's what leaders do, right? Leaders pivot when they need to. For y'all business people that like that business term, pivot. Here we go, y'all. All right, Spirit, give me a card. What's the general direction? One card for what Cancer came here to resolve and release. What past life baggage did Cancer bring in? What past life baggage did Cancer bring in? Okay. I got to get one out of this. If I don't get one, there it is. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. All right. I already know where this is going. This goes right with this card. The leaders. What do leaders do? Leaders communicate and they act swiftly. They move swiftly when it's time. The 8 of Wands is a card of rapid movement and rapid communication. Okay. Rapid movement and rapid communication. 8th house, that Scorpio energy, that's about transformation. So sometimes leaders need to be able to transform or transmute energy as well. But this says progress, okay, at the bottom, okay. But in a traditional deck or in most tarot circles, it is understood that the Eight of Wands is a card of communication and rapid movement. So it's no coincidence that we're in Gemini season. Gemini is all about communication and learning. So Cancer, I don't even know what. Let me get another card. Maybe Spirit's gonna. I don't think I need to touch that. I don't think I need to touch that. You're something that you brought forward from your previous. No, I don't need to touch that. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. This goes perfectly with your Oracle card, the leaders. Okay, step up and be that leader. I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. Part of being a leader is communicating. Okay, communicating and not hesitating with it. Not hesitating. So perhaps in a previous lifetime, Cancer, part of your failing to step into that leadership role or to be that effective leader had to deal with perhaps getting stuck or swallowing your words when you needed to speak. Swallowing your words when you needed to speak. Okay. All right. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. That's a new start with regards to work. That's also a gift. Ace of Pentacles in a traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, all of the aces are signified by a hand, the hand of God coming out of a cloud. Okay, Pentacles, he's holding a coin. Wands, he's holding a wand. Swords, he's holding a sword. And Cups, he's holding a cup. Okay, we know what those sweets mean. This Ace of Pentacles, this taking that leadership role that could be affecting your money. That could be affecting your money, Cancer. Okay, opposite Cancer is Capricorn. So every Cancer's got a little Capricorn in them. Remember, there's some people out there that teach that there are really only 6 zodiac signs. Now there's really 12. But if you look at it from the coin perspective, every coin, I don't care if it's a quarter, a dime, or a nickel or a penny, every coin has a head and a tail side. If the tail side is up, doesn't mean that there's a head, there's no heads. The head side is just down. It's there, you don't see it. So the side that most people don't see with Cancer energy is how hard they work. They're Capricorn, they have Capricorn on the tail side. So with this Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, what you came here to resolve and release is stepping up, taking the lead, communicating, because that communication, that wise communication, leader's wisdom, that came out in this card, okay? I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. If you know what needs to be done, the first thing you need to do is communicate it. Communicate it. How can you lead if you know what needs to be done, but you're leading people and you're not communicating it? All right. So you got to communicate it. Why? Because maybe the universe is holding a gift that it's been waiting to give you for lifetimes that it has not delivered to you because you have not stepped up and taken that lead and been that communicator. Okay. So I don't need to pull any more cards for you all. Cancer, that's your reading. Step up and take that lead. What you came here, the past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release is holding back your tongue, holding back what wants to come out of you. Leaders have to lead. They have to speak. Sometimes they have to give unpopular messages. Sometimes the messages that they think are unpopular, so they hold them, are the actual ones that might set people free. It might liberate them. Okay. So that is all I've got for you, Cancer. Let's move. If you like that, if you like this reading, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of energy updates, hit that subscribe button. If you want to leave a tip, the information is in the description box below. And please, please, please check out my work. I'm an author. I'm a multiple award-winning author. You can check out my work at www.mtalfordarts.com. You like what you see there, buy a book for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Father's Day is coming up. These make great Father's Day gifts for those of you that have fathers or people that are father figures in your lives that love to read. Now let's move on to Leo, 2855. Leo, the lion, the creative one, the passionate lover. All right. I got a brother that's a Leo. All right. He gets it done. You need some help, he got you. That's what I love about Leos. Leos are there. They're there. They'll stand in the gap for you too if they ride with you. I love that about Leo. Okay. So let's shuffle these oracle cards and let's get an oracle message for Leo with regards to Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, or Leo North Node. What past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release? Okay. Let's see what you brought forward from Spirit. Told me take that card. I'm going to take it off the top. The patient. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. 24, the patient. Okay. 2 + 4 is 6. Some of y'all may be life path number 6. Some of y'all may have been born in the 6th month of the year or the 6th day of any month. or some of you could have birthdays on the 4th of February, February, or the 2nd of April. Okay. Your affirmation again, the patient. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. So this card tells me, Leo, that one of the things that you came here to resolve and release is impatience, being too hasty, or wanting to get out of something that perhaps is uncomfortable. Since I read Cancers from the book, I'm gonna read y'all too. This is this wasn't the direction I wanted to go in, but I ride with spirit, y'all. I ride with spirit. So let me I can skip that. Well, I'll read the heart of the matter, the art of the matter fast. Let's look at this artwork, Leo. Let's look at this artwork, the patient. Let's look at that. Okay. So it looks like a winged being there, an angel. You got an image of somebody in a moon. Okay. Not sure what's going on there. Let me read it. The art of the matter. The woman looks out from a crescent moon. She seems to be staring sadly at a beautiful angel hovering among the plants and flowers of her divine realm. The angel, however, is bowing her head, seeming to want to avoid direct eye contact with her mortal charge. She knows why this poor woman's face has appeared to her as if out of a tortured dream. The woman has been praying for the strength to endure the tough time she has been having. She has looked deeply into her soul, symbolized by the crescent. I told y'all at the beginning here that moon sometimes represents past life energy. Okay, check your moon sign, Leo. If you're Leo, unless you're a Leo moon already. Let's see. She has looked deeply into her soul, symbolized by the crescent. The angel's bowed head and hands are held up in a gesture of warding off the woman's pain. It hurts to watch this human who is so dear to her suffer. That is Leo energy all day. Leos can't stand to see somebody they care about suffering. Wow. However, she knows there is nothing even an angel can do to change the fact that, in many ways, life is a veil of tears, symbolized by the veil that spins out of the angel's right hand to envelop the woman and the moon. Okay? Those who have been born into this world are as isolated from each other as the moon is from Earth. The attractive force of gravity keeps the moon spinning about Earth, providing her mysterious illumination and beauty and serving many vital functions like regulating the tides and the cycles of many of Earth's living plants, animals, and even human beings. In this way, gravity is a symbol of the love that causes us all to seek to get closer to another, even if it is only through the usually invisible veil of empathy and shared burdens that unites humanity. Both angel and mortal must remember to stop and smell the flowers that are growing in great profusion. There will always be challenges that threaten our equilibrium, and so to balance our pain and discomfort, we must remember to be aware of the beauty around us and inside of us. Endurance, that's that Leo sun energy, I love it. Endurance, when practiced consciously as the learning and character building lesson it is, gives us time for valuable and much needed self-reflection. Our life moves at the rate we can deal with. To deny this truth is to invite things to change in an even more unpleasant way. Now, the heart of the matter is, it is very important for you to be both realistic and patient during the sustained effort needed to bring your goal into reality. Leos are very goal-oriented, very goal-oriented. They're doers, they're fixed signs. Big things move slowly, and sometimes you just must be able to wait. Heed this lesson well, for when you are waiting, time seems to pass very slowly. There is goodness in things as they are. If you appreciate what is good about the status quo, you will find it a lot easier to endure doing without the goal you seek until you finally so achieve it. It will always enable you to stay alert to opportunities you might otherwise miss. Patience is one of the most important yet difficult qualities to manifest properly. Endurance is a spiritual practice, and when practiced consciously as the learning and character building lesson it is, gives us time for valuable and much needed self-reflection. I am patient because I know the alternative is even more uncomfortable. To deny this truth is to invite things to change in an even more unpleasant way. Okay, so let's look at that one more time, Leo. What did y'all come here to learn? What did y'all come here to resolve and release? Impatience, being too hasty, endure, even regardless of how tough it looks. Okay, remember, Leo is the Leo card in the tarot deck. The major arcana is the strength card. Okay, it's the strength card. So strength and endurance go together, Leo. One of the things that you guys came here to resolve and release is being too hasty. All right, learn some patience, Leo. Now let's get this. I'm going back to the lunar deck. All right, let's shuffle these really quick. What's happening there, Bernadette? Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that tip there, Green Tambourine. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Here we go, y'all. Okay, let me cut the deck here. And I'm going to take this card off the top. All right, Leo. What direction, Spirit? Four of Wands. Four of Wands, celebrating. Celebrating. Four of Wands sometimes is a card of marriage. Okay. Sometimes it's a card of marriage. It is a card of stability. Okay. So this says celebration. Now, I'm going to have to get a clarifier on that because we need to find out what this Four of Wands is that you came here to resolve and release. Okay. Did you guys perhaps have a past life marriage or something that that maybe that connection followed you into this lifetime? I don't know. That's just one thought. I'm going to get a clarifier on this, and then I'll check the bottom of the deck. Okay, Spirit, clarify that. Help me clarify that Four of Wands. Why the Four of Wands? We're trying to find out what past life baggage did Leo come here to resolve. All right, Spirit told me to grab my Rider-Waite Smith deck. Let's get it. And he's already been shuffled. There we go, right here. Okay, I just said it. I just said it. Look what came out. Look what came out. Okay, it was the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a past life. That's past life energy. That's also inner child. It came out in reverse. I told y'all I wasn't reading reversals unless Spirit directed me to, but now I have to, okay? Because this seems to go perfectly with something that you came here to resolve and release. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising in North Node. Perhaps one of the things that you came here to release is perhaps you either something with regards, and I may get another clarifier, but something with regards to something that perhaps wounded your inner child. The Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups upright is reflection on happier times, okay? But with this card being in reverse, perhaps you brought back some pain from a previous lifetime with regards to somebody that you might have been in a stable or maybe not so stable relationship or marriage with, okay? All right, that's what this is looking like. Let me check the bottom of this deck. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, that something with regards to a relationship with a Queen of Wands that probably this Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck paired with this Six of Cups in reverse, that tells me, y'all, that and this Four of Wands being the direction, what you came here, and again, your card here is the patient. Your card here is the patient. Maybe it could be that you perhaps, now that could be separate, that Leo, that could be separate. Maybe you're just generally have been impatient, and impatience has led to some things that you wish you had been a little bit more patient on. Maybe being a little bit, maybe being a little bit hasty with regards to jumping into relationship. The Queen of Wands is upright. That's known as the sexiest queen in the deck, and it's a fire sign. Wands are fire. So, and Leos are known for passion. It rules over the fifth house of passion, pleasure, things that make us feel good. Okay. So Leo, what I'm seeing here, and this, don't only take this message if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate for you, then check one of your other placements as I continue to progress through this reading tonight. But what I'm looking at here says that one of the things that you came here to resolve, Leo, is not being so hasty to jump into perhaps a connection or a marriage with somebody just because they're a hottie. Because maybe in a previous lifetime, you found out that that person wasn't the right person for you to be with. Okay. So you came here to resolve and release the thing that perhaps led you into this unhappy union. Four cards is a card. Four Wands is a card of union. It is a card of marriage as well. And we know what Leo likes. Okay. We know what Leo likes. I got a Leo brother. I know what Leo's like. Okay. Got Leo friends. I know what they like. Don't be so hasty. Don't be so hasty. Okay. I could get an advice card, but I think that the advice is built into this. This Six of Cups in reverse is perhaps a past life connection with someone that it wasn't pleasurable for you, or wasn't pleasant. It looked good up front, and you jumped on it. You moved too hasty, and you found out that what you thought was a Queen of Wands. And this could be, if you're a female watching, then consider this a male. Consider this a male hottie. Okay. What you found out is that King of Wands or that Queen of Wands wasn't the right person for you after all. And so you brought that forward into this lifetime so that you can improve and enhance and say, hey, you know what? The only thing that's going to keep me from from creating another past life memory with somebody that wasn't so pleasant in the next lifetime is for me to be patient. Be patient, okay? I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. So endure, okay? Maybe some of y'all are lonely. Maybe some of y'all are lonely and you're like, hey, you know what? I really wish I had somebody. I really wish I could be in a relationship. But perhaps that's some of that past life baggage that you brought forward. And Spirit is telling you, hey, you know what? Endure the season of your life that you're in. If you endure it, then perhaps that right one is going to come. Remember, reversals aren't meant to stay in reverse. So that's your message. Take it only if it resonates, Leo. If you like this message, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of energy updates, hit that subscribe button, okay? Make sure your notification bell is set to all. And if you like this reading, you want to leave a tip, the information is in the description box. And the biggest tip you could give me is simply browsing my collection of books. If you see something that you like or that you think someone else may like, purchase a copy of the book. Father's Day is coming up. These books make great Father's Day gifts, okay? All right, for if your dad's a reader, okay? So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We're going to move on now to 4101. We're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and North Node. Not Venus. Why do I keep saying Venus? I'm just used to saying Venus. But if you want to apply it to your Venus, apply it to your Venus too. But I'm here to do sun, moon, rising, and North Node. Virgo, what past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release? My detail-oriented, mutable sign Virgos, okay? We're going to find out. We're going to pull for you guys from the Light Seers deck. But first, we're going to get your oracle card, okay? We're going to get your oracle card, Virgo. Let's find out. Let us find out what is happening with Virgo. Y'all, we're 25% done. 25% done. I like the pace we're moving at tonight. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all hit that like button for me. That's going to let more people know that we are live and broadcasting, and your card just fell out. So let's find out, Virgo. The Mentor, number 48, okay? Some of y'all could be 48 years old. Some of y'all could be 4 plus 8 is 12 and 1 plus 2 is 3. Some of y'all could be life path number 3. Some of y'all could have significant 3rd house placements or 12th house placements. Okay. The Mentor. Some of you could have birthdays on the 8th of April or the 4th of August. Okay. Now, the Mentor. Affirmation is I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders. I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders, the Mentor. I'm going to have to read the book for this one. I'm going to have to read the book for this one, Virgo. But this card is already telling me that the baggage that perhaps you guys came here to resolve and release is, Mentor. Maybe some of you guys didn't want to mentor. Maybe some of you guys were supposed to be mentors in your previous lifetime and you didn't do it. Or maybe... Let's find out. Let's get some more information. I'm going to read from that book. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and North Node. Okay. The Mentor. I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders. Maybe you guys didn't listen to the wisdom of the elders in the previous lifetime. So now you're back here taking lessons that you wouldn't have had to take again had you listened to the wisdom of your elders. But let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. That's card number 48. I wasn't going to read from the book tonight, but y'all, I'm here reading from the book. So, you never know what's going to happen once you get in here. All right, let's find out. Thank y'all for being here. All right, Virgos, sun, moon, rising, and North Node. The art of the matter. The Mentor sits in the same place in her enchanted garden where she has sat for many years. That's so Virgo. Virgos love gardens. Virgos love gardens. She finds comfort in her nest because it makes it easier for her to put aside the cares of the day and reminisce about people, places, and events she has experienced, mostly enjoyed, and always learned from. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, y'all. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the student as well. Mercury loves to learn, and Virgos love to learn too. I don't know a Virgo that doesn't like to learn. Here's the artwork. So she's sitting in her garden, okay? A butterfly there, okay? When I hear Virgo is somebody very virtuous. They like to stick to it, get things done. Okay, so she carves another mark in a stick, each one signifying a unique amount of time passed from the loss of one she cared about greatly. Her years have taught her that no one ever gets over such a loss, but just learns how best to live with it and the hole in life it makes. Okay, Virgo, if you guys lost somebody important to you, I'm very sorry. Sorry to hear that. She allows herself to be filled with love and compassion for the people, animals, birds, and plants that will most likely outlive her, though she has often been surprised to outlive those much younger than she. Virgos, y'all are also known for having very youthful looks too, especially Virgo rising. Y'all are known for having very youthful looks. To not do so and dwell on the inevitability of human frailty and mortality would make the time on earth she has left too sad. She prefers to be grateful that she has her health. Virgo rules over health. Y'all see the synchronicity between these oracle cards and the sign? Wow. She prefers to be grateful that she has her health, and it is no wonder that she has it after a lifetime of eating real, unprocessed, and unadulterated food, drinking pure water, and avoiding anger, hate, and intolerance in herself and other people. Wow. The mentor is the teacher of the inspiration. She has taught her everything that she knows, including the fact that there is only so much that anyone can learn from another, especially about the aging process. What can easily be mistaken for forgetfulness is often simply a matter of the mentor being distracted by wistful memories evoked by the task at hand, or the result of having done a particular thing so many times that doing it becomes an unconscious act that one thinks has been done when it hasn't, and vice versa. Virgo rules over the sixth house of daily tasks and routines. Do y'all see the connection here? This is unbelievable, y'all. The snake in the upper right corner of the border has been a lifelong friend of the mentor. And there's the border. Y'all see it? Okay. The snake in the upper right-hand corner of the border has been a lifelong friend of the mentor. Now, the snake in this card doesn't represent something evil. It represents something spiritual and wise, wisdom. Okay. She has built a home for him in the tree to ensure his safety from those who ignorantly recoil from him and may wish to eliminate him from their reality in a way many people feel about the elderly, thinking of them as useless eaters who no longer contribute to society. In truth, their wisdom is a precious gift to anyone fortunate enough to be able to seek it out and learn from it. Now, the heart of the matter. In most cases, a person does not get to live as long as the mentor unless they have always been wise beyond their years. Those who know this and seek out the company of the mentor and the many older people like her will be rewarded with learning life lessons that they otherwise would have had to suffer through on their own to learn. Wow. Virgo, what did y'all come here to learn? I can't wait to get into the cards. Having the benefit of such wisdom gives a young person an advantage that will benefit them now and throughout their life, culminating in their becoming a mentor too. Some of y'all came here to learn so that you can teach others. Just as the old must forgive the childishness, ignorance, and lack of attention of the young and pass their wisdom on to anyone wise enough to seek it out, the young must be compassionate with their frailties and distractedness of the old and help them do the many things necessary to lead a comfortable life in this technologically advancing age. The stick carved by the mentor can also be symbolic of how we all want to leave our mark on our measured, finite lifetime. The act of helping another person and making their life better for having known you is the most powerful way to have an impact on society. It is a deceptively simple way of doing so, but this is known to be true by every mentor worthy of the name. Wow, Virgo. So some of y'all came here to be mentors. Okay. I don't think this is so much of past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release as perhaps it is you're stepping into something new. Okay. But let's find out. Let's see what the cards say. And because this is mutable, I'm going to pull for you guys from the Lightseers deck. All right. I just split the deck on the Ace of Swords, the card of truth, and the Death card. Scorpio energy and Death card is Scorpio energy. The Ace of Swords is going to be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So some of y'all may have those placements in your chart. Okay. Wow. What a very Virgo oracle card, y'all. The mentor. And Virgos, if y'all know Virgos, put a thumbs up in the chat. Virgos are always mentoring somebody. Why? Because Virgos feel like they know that Virgos just know. I mean, hate on them if you will, but Virgos, because they pay attention to every small detail, when they're giving you advice, it's usually the right advice. It is usually the right advice. Probably 99% of the time, it's going to be the right advice. So this is, I'm loving your energy so far, Virgo. Spirit told me take the card off the bottom. I'm going to take that. So this has to deal, wow. The Emperor. I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders. You definitely need wisdom if you're running some type of enterprise, Some of y'all out there are bosses. Some of y'all have companies, and wow, some of y'all have companies and y'all need the wisdom of the elders to be successful in those companies. Okay. Wow. So some of y'all came here. I told y'all this didn't feel like past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release. This feels like something that you came into this lifetime to just knock out. I'm not feeling past life baggage from you all, Virgo. But let me pull a card now and see what this Emperor has to deal with. Okay. And Emperor is Aries energy. So some of y'all might be have Aries prominently placed in your chart. All right, Spirit. What's going on with this Emperor? Oh, y'all got another major arcana. I'm gonna have to pull some more for y'all. Y'all got another major arcana. Let me keep pulling. Y'all so far have gotten the most cards of the night, Virgo. Because I gotta clarify that. You know what? I may not need to. Now that while I'm sitting with this, I may not need to. Okay. Ooh, two cards jumped out. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Pentacles. Okay. All right. That's the bottom of the deck right there, the Two of Pentacles. Virgo, let's talk to y'all for a minute. Let's talk to y'all, Virgo. Okay. Let's talk to y'all, Virgo. All right. I see what's going on. Y'all got three major arcana. Okay. Your direction card, Virgo, is the Emperor. So one of the things that y'all came here to do, perhaps to work on, perhaps to enhance, is being that boss, being that mentor, but also when you're in the position of being a mentor and you're in that boss position of the Emperor, that bold, passionate leader, that Emperor, you gotta respect and learn from the wisdom of your elders. Okay. Now, how are y'all gonna get there? Here's what's interesting that came out. The Lovers came out. Okay. The Lovers is Gemini energy. We're in Gemini season. I don't see this as a sometimes when the Lovers comes out in the love reading, that's typically going to be divine counterparts. I don't see this as divine counterpart, Virgo. It could be, but what I see more here is I'm going with the explanation of the Lovers card. That is, the Lovers is a card of choices. It's about making choices. When you are in this position of the boss, the Emperor, you sometimes have to choose between one thing or another. And those choices, especially when they're presented as a dichotomy, could either make or break your business. Okay. Now, the second card that came out for you all was the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is in this particular reading, the Hanged Man is the number 12 card. By the way, you got a number 4 card here. Some of y'all might be life path number 4, or again, some of y'all might be Aries, because the Emperor is Aries, and that number 4 is the 4th month is April. That's Aries season as well. And then, of course, the number 4, chakra number 4 is your heart. So lead from your heart too. But here's the thing with this number 6, more Virgo energy. The 6th house is Virgo. Okay. Gemini, this is a Gemini card. Gemini's ruling planet is Mercury. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So a lot of synchronicity here. This Lovers card is telling me that you guys probably came here to boldly choose boldly, choose wisely. But sometimes you got to rely on that wisdom of the elders. Okay. Now, some of you could have come here to mentor a partner in a love situation. But with this number 12 card that's coming out, the Hanged Man, that's Pisces energy, that's Neptune energy. This tells me that some of you may have Pisces prominently placed in your chart, or you may have 12th house placements. The 12th house is the house of the ancestors. Okay, so I think you guys got some advice built in here for you with regards to the past life baggage. I don't think this is past life baggage. I think this is just instruction for you moving forward, Virgo. That Hanged Man, that number 12 card, that is somebody that's waiting for divine inspiration. Look at the light coming from her forehead or from her head there. Okay, the Hanged Man, get in your meditation, get in your spiritual bag. The Hanged Man is also about stillness. Some of y'all are moving around too much, Virgo. Y'all gotta be still and meditate to get that divine inspiration that you need to move forward. Also, that 6 of Swords is a card of sailing away. When you this Emperor, there's an old song by, I believe it was Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. That six of Swords says, hey, sometimes the best move you can make, even as the Emperor, is just saying, hey, let's move on. Let's move on away from the conflict. Six of Swords follows the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is mental conflict. Hey, you know what? Let's move away from that. That seems to go perfectly with the Lovers card, which is a card of choices. So Spirit is telling you that some of y'all perhaps in a previous lifetime had trouble walking away from something when it was time to go. Okay. And that's another Virgo thing. Virgo want to hang in there and get them last little bit of details. They got to ask that extra question when you already know what you're hanging around for. I'm seeing your picture come. So there is some instruction here for you, Virgo, but there's also some past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release. That last card, or the bottom of the deck, was the Two of Pentacles. Okay. The Two of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. What's the Two of Pentacles? Juggling. Do y'all see all of this dualistic energy here? You got juggling there with the Two of Pentacles. You got the Lovers card here. Okay. Lovers card is Gemini, the twins. Okay. And then this Hanged Man is Pisces energy. What is Pisces? The two fish. Should I do this or should I do that? I think a lot of what you came here to resolve, Virgo, is the juggling, the not being able to make up your mind, the going back and forth between two things. This number 48 card, the Mentor, says, I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders. Some of y'all got to get in here and talk to your ancestors. Talk to your ancestors. Talk to the Most High. Check in with your higher self. The Hanged Man, the number 12 card, that's Pisces energy. Pisces rules over what house? The 12th house. The 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It's the house of, it is ruled by Neptune, which is the ruler of the bridge between heaven and earth, between the spirit realm and the physical realm. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, rising in North Node, y'all, your instruction is clear, and the past life baggage that you came to resolve and release is clear too. Too much double-mindedness. Okay? Your instruction really is built into the cards. Be that bold emperor. Make that move, okay? Choose wisely. Choose wisely. The Lovers is a card of choices, okay? Look into their eyes. They look like, hey, listen, I know I chose right. She looked like she made the right choice. He looked like he made the right choice. Make the right choice, okay? Choose wisely. And listen, sometimes you got to get in that Hanged Man position where you stop moving. You stop moving and you sit there and you say, you know what? I'm going to wait on an answer from the Most High, but I'm going to be actively engaged. That light from her head says she is actively engaged in getting that answer. She ain't just saying, well, you know, I'm going to wait on the Lord. No, she's actively engaged. In the meantime, y'all, sometimes you got to move on from conflict energy. Sometimes you got to move on from conflict energy. Maybe y'all stayed at the table too long your last lifetime, Virgo. Maybe y'all stayed at the table too long, and this lifetime, y'all came here to learn how to be that boss, the boss up. A lot of y'all are already in positions of bosses. Some of y'all are entrepreneurs, but the other thing that the baggage that you came here to release, this was at the bottom of the deck. So the energy supporting your reading is the juggling energy of the Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles, that's about work. So Pentacles is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This is all self-contained. Virgo, for you to be a mentor, you got to learn. Okay? You got to be that boss. Okay? How can you mentor somebody else on choosing wisely until you learn to master it yourself? The Emperor, he's mastered all four energies. Okay? He's mastered the energy of all four kings in the deck. The King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. Boss energy. Okay? So, Virgo, I hope that helps you. You guys had the most interesting read so far. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of inspirations and energy updates, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell set to all. And if you want to leave a tip, you don't have to. The tip jar info is in the description box. And but I'd prefer for you to check out my work at www.mtalfordarts.com. Browse my collection of books, which is going to grow this summer. By the end of the summer, there should be 2 more books in there. Should be, okay? If I keep it moving the way I should, all right? But that's your reading, Virgo. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're going to move on to Libra now at 59 minutes. Libra. All right, Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Matt, why you keep saying Venus? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Libra is a cardinal sign. It is the ruler of the 7th house. I love Libra energy. Got a lot of Libra friends. Okay. I'm a Libra rising myself. So let's move on into this. Let's find out. Let's get your intuition oracle card for you, Libra. Okay. Let's get your intuition oracle card. There it is. How about that? You see, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. Let me show y'all something. What house did I just tell y'all, Libra? Sorry, I took up the chat. Let me delete some of this. No, do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing, Green Tambourine. We all listen. It's all family here. Do your thing. Do your thing. So listen. Wow. Yeah, I'll have to come back and read those. That's beautiful. Don't delete them, Green Tambourine. I want to read those. So listen, y'all. You cannot make this stuff up. I am doing Libra's reading now. Libra is the ruler of the 7th house. I'll pull card number 43, the sovereign. 4 plus 3 is 7. Some of y'all have prominent Libra placements in your chart, okay? This is for Libra sun, moon, rising, and north node, okay? But some of y'all may be life path number 7. Some of y'all may have been born during the 7th month, which is July. Some of you could have been born on the 7th day of any month. Some of you could have birthdays on the 3rd of April or the 4th of March, okay? I love that. 7th Libra, 7 energy, 7th house. The sovereign. Affirmation is, I am my authentic self and no one has dominion over me. I feel attacked right now. Not that I have a problem with authenticity, but as a Libra rising, that's a very potent and powerful card or message for Libra rising. Why? Because Libra risings have the energy of partnership in the house of self. So the difficult thing for Libra risings until they catch it later in life is learning when to be selfish versus when to be more partnership oriented. In the house of self, they have the energy of partnership, Libra. And in the house of partnership, the 7th house, they have the energy of self, Aries. So it's like this constant trying to figure it out. And this here says the sovereign. What's a sovereign? A ruler. Libra is a cardinal sign, y'all. So far, all of these oracle cards have hit with regards to the sign I'm reading for. So let's get to this number 43. Let's find out what the art of the matter is and the heart of the matter is, okay? The sovereign. Your affirmation, Libra, is I am my authentic self and no one has dominion over me. So already the message I'm getting for you, the past life baggage that you came here to resolve, Libra, is that you came here to stop being so passive. Libras, especially the suns, I know a lot of Libra suns, Libra moon to a degree too, okay? Sometimes Libras are a little bit too passive. But if you got Libra in the North Node, then you came here to stop being selfish and to learn how to be more partnership oriented. So this is very interesting. But what your guides are saying is you need to be more authentic. So maybe in a previous lifetime, or maybe the past life baggage that you came here to resolve is that you've been too much of a people pleaser. Let's see what the book says. All right. The art of the matter. The sovereign knows her place, and that place is supreme ruler over herself and her personal dominion. She sits on her mountain throne, symbolizing that she is at the peak of human power. Her crown is a reminder that for thousands of years, the world's kings and queens, and the wealthy and powerful too, have all claimed their sovereignty as being bestowed upon them by God or goddess. Fortunately, those days are waning, though certainly not fast enough, and a clearer picture of sovereignty is emerging. We are all bestowed with the same sovereignty as so-called royalty and those now so-called elites who would also rule over us. Even now that the often power-mad people who want to rule over us are trying to usurp the formerly unquestioned sovereignty of religious orders. Even now that the often power-mad people who want to rule over us are trying to usurp the formerly unquestioned sovereignty of religious orders. Okay. The power of governments should be derived from their people and should be directed for the good of the people, never directed at their people. The sovereign's very name is a symbol of her authority. S over reign, she reigns over. Her beloved parrot continually reminds her by saying this empowering affirmation again and again, because we can never be reminded too much of our divinely given right to rule our own life and to be left alone to do so. I told y'all, Libra, you probably have been too passive in another lifetime. The past life baggage that you came to resolve and release is stop being so passive and be authentic. Hey, you know what? What you want, Libra, matters. What you want matters too. What you want matters too, Libra. Libra sun, moon, rising, and north node. What you want matters too. Let me keep reading. Like traditional rulers, the sovereign wears a special belt called a cincture, a word that means all encompassing, like the borders of a nation or empire, who wore them to show that they ruled their land absolutely. Her collar is worn up to make visible the rays of power emanating from her. See her collar up there. But in her case, she has no need to have power over another. She knows that it is hard enough to have power over one's self. The sovereign is here to help each of us know that we are good enough to deserve fair treatment and sovereignty over our body, mind, and spirit without having to ask for it from anyone or any government. Though she has attained great wealth and success by being free to exercise her intelligence, dedication, and creativity, and would be delighted to share what she knows with all who seek their own independence, she knows that most people are not willing to put their ego aside and make time in their busy lives to listen with an open mind to the ideas of another person. The sovereign knows that envy gets people's attention and that a good example is the best sermon. So the heart of the matter for you, Libra. The sovereign is here to help each of us learn what success really means. She is more like us than we know. She appears wistful because she knows that so many of us must go through a lot before we understand that true success and sovereignty are one and the same, i.e., being able to exercise our God or goddess given right to always be our authentic self. What you want matters too, Libra. Fear that you are not capable and doubt that you have a right to be a success can prevent you from enjoying the life you want and deserve. That's that past life baggage that y'all came here to resolve and release. Many unwisely think that the success of others diminishes their chance for achieving it. But the sovereign knows that there is enough in the universe's bounty to go around. Many suffer greatly before they learn the simple lesson that money, power, and material pleasures must be used as tools for helping others. If you pursue this kind of true success, then you are bound to succeed and make those you care about filled with pride. The sovereign, Libra, card number 43. That's 7. This is your energy. I am my authentic self, and no one has dominion over me. The message from your past life with this oracle card is clear. Authenticity doesn't just mean, hey, you know what? I'm being myself when I'm by myself. Authenticity also means I'm being myself in the presence of others. I know far too many Libras that acquiesce to, they go along to get along. Libra is known as the harmonizer. Okay. Thank God that as a Libra rising with a Capricorn sun and a Cancer moon, that part missed me. I'm not a go along and get along person, but a lot of Libra suns and moons have to deal with that. And again, you have to have that balance if you're a Libra North node, because you got Aries in the South node. So your tendency is to want to do it your way, but you got to find that balance. Hey, that's the toughest part about Libra energy. Okay. So now let's get the cards. We're going to go from the Rider-Waite Smith deck and find out what else we can get with regards to what past life baggage my Libras came here to resolve and release. Okay. What did you bring forward? What did you bring forward, Libra? Oh, see, Spirit, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Y'all see how Spirit do? Look at that. 2 of Swords. Swords is air energy. That's Libra energy, okay? Look at that. You know what the 2 of Swords is? This is the direction right here. So this tells me right out the gate, the 2 of Swords is somebody that's having trouble making a decision. Having trouble making a decision. Be that sovereign ruler. I am my authentic self and no one has dominion over me. Does that 2 of Swords look like somebody that is sovereign that says nobody has dominion over me? No, that would be the Ace of Swords. This, y'all, you cannot make this stuff up. Libra, what you came here to resolve and release is indecision at a critical juncture. Libra is a cardinal sign. So you came here to be a thought leader and a speech leader, okay? But too much of this crossroads energy. This is what you came here to resolve and release. I don't even know if I need to pull another card. Listen, look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. It's the 10 of Swords, but it was in reverse. What is that? That means you cannot end that painful cycle until you stop this indecision. The 10 of Swords is a great card upright. Some people see the 10 of Swords as a negative card. That 10 of Swords is a great card if it's upright, because that says, hey, you know what? I can't take any more swords in my back. This painful mental cycle, this painful cycle of going back and forth in my mind. Swords are air energy. That's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. But this is your turn, Libra. We're talking to you. The energy supporting the bottom of the deck is the energy supporting your reading is a 10 of Swords in reverse. So this tells me that what you came here to resolve is this indecision. Indecision. I don't need to pull another card. I don't need to pull another card. And I don't need to give you any advice. Your advice is here. Be your authentic self. What you want matters, Libra. What you want matters. Okay. Let me see if there's that 10 of swords at the bottom of the deck. Let me see if Spirit's got an advice card for y'all. If not, y'all just take my Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is your advice card from Spirit. Take action. Take bold, passionate action. That Knight of Wands is ready. He don't need anybody to tell him. By the time, before you finish giving him the order, he already gone. He like, call me. I'm on the road. Call me. Yeah, you got something else? Call me. I'm gone. I'm going to go knock this out. That's that Knight of Wands. Okay? So your advice from Spirit is pretty much the same thing I said. Be bold. Take that action. Be your authentic self when you're with others too. We know you're your authentic self alone. Be your authentic self when you're with others. Come out of this indecision energy of the Two of Swords, Libra, and you'll that 10 of swords that's in reverse will turn upright, and you'll finally end that painful cycle. Y'all came into this lifetime. The baggage that you brought here into this lifetime is indecision, and lack of authenticity in the presence of others. I know you. Listen, I know too many Libras. Y'all are cool when you're by yourself. It's when you get into a group. All right, Libra, that's your reading. If you like this reading, give me a thumbs up on it. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of updates, hit that subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is set to all, so you'll be notified when I go live or upload a new video. And again, I'm gonna say it again. Tips are not required, but if you'd like to leave a tip, my tip jar information is on the description box. And the biggest tip you can give me is browsing my collection of books at www.mtalfordarts.com. Find something that you like to read. Libras are air signs. Every Libra I know likes to read. Okay, so you might just find a book there that interests you, or if nothing else, you can buy one as a gift. Father's Day is coming up, so they're great gifts for Father's Day. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna move on to Scorpio now. 112 Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio 112-0. All right, Scorpio. Let's get you a card, Scorpio. Let's find out what my Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and north nodes. Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and north node. What past life baggage did you come in to resolve and release, Scorpio? Some of y'all may have heard me say this in another reading. Scorpio is arguably by some accounts, and 8 people in the chat right now. That's spirit confirmation. Scorpio's the ruler of the 8th house. Scorpio is arguably the heaviest energy that one can carry into this lifetime. Some say Capricorn, some say Scorpio. I say they're both for different reasons. But let's get your card, Scorpio. 29. The romantics. Affirmation. I allow romance to touch my heart every day. How about that? Top of the deck. 29, the romantics. 2 + 9 is 11. Some of y'all may have 11th month is November. Some of y'all may have birthdays in November. Some of y'all may be life path number 11. Some of y'all may have had may have been born on the 2nd of September or the 9th of February. Okay. 9 + 2, yeah, 11. Some of y'all could be life path 11. Some of y'all could be life path number 2. You're not supposed to reduce master numbers. 11 is a master number, but some of you could be life path number 2. Okay, but your affirmation is, I allow romance to touch my heart every day. Scorpio, I'm already seeing what's going on with this. I already see what's going on with this. I may not even have to read from the book, but I will, just because I've been doing it for everybody else. But I already see what's going on with that, Scorpio. Some of y'all, some of the baggage that y'all came here to resolve and release is not allowing yourself to be loved. That's what that's telling me. Some of y'all came here to resolve and release not allowing yourself to be loved. Let me read from the book real quick. I don't think I need to read from the book on this one, but you know what? I know a few Scorpios, and some of y'all might, Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and north node. Y'all probably be like, you read this, why don't you read mine? Let's read it. The romantics. Your affirmation is, I allow romance to touch my heart every day. Okay. The art of the matter. On a hill overlooking a town square, under the watchful gaze of their guardian angel, a woman and a man stare into each other's eyes with obvious romantic longing. They are dressed in clothes of a most romantic design, the kind we think of when we think of princes and princesses. For these two, like the red rose that opens slowly at their feet, are the archetype of lovers throughout history. Okay. Look at the angel. Look at the angel watching over. Some of y'all, you know what that tells me? That says divine connection. Some of y'all are in divine connections. Some of your past life baggage could be connected to a divine connection. Some of y'all could have a divine counterpart, and that connection is being watched over by angels. Okay, let me keep going. That's very interesting artwork. The guardian angel hovers over the rooftops of the town, blowing a trumpet, hoping to alert these two lovers and wake them up to the fact that this wonderful romantic fling has the potential to turn into something even more wonderful, the reunion of two soulmates. What did I just say? What did I just say? For this reason, they must not abandon themselves totally in the quite natural bliss derived from the meeting of two people whose chemistry is right. The hearts that litter the ground in the border below them are mute testimony to the lovers they have each had and abandoned in the past. Let me read that again at the right tempo. The hearts that litter the ground in the border below them are mute testimony to the loves they have each had and abandoned in the past. Y'all Scorpios will cut somebody off in a minute. I know too many of y'all. I got Scorpio my brother, my older brother's a Scorpio, and one of my favorite cousins is a Scorpio. And listen, when y'all done with somebody, y'all done with them. All right. That says, what did that say again? This romance, let's see, the hearts that litter the ground in the border below them are mute testimony to the loves they have each had and abandoned in the past. This romance may be just another one of them. However, it may be that a lasting love has been found at last. The appearance of the many planets with their moons, as well as the moon herself in the border surrounding these lovers, is symbolic of the very unusual spacey quality that comes over us when we find ourselves involved in a romance. And y'all can see the planets there. Okay. Even a place we have lived in for years looks strangely different when seen through the eyes of one in love. At first, we cannot see any stars in this most unique night of skies. At first, we cannot see any stars in this most unique of night skies. But on closer examination, we see that there are a few dark stars to be seen in silhouette. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see him. I can see him right here. Uh-oh. Right there. You can see him. Okay. And then on the other side, opposite, inside that crescent moon. Okay. Let's see. This odd juxtaposition of planets and stars is actually more representative of the reality of the closeness of the planets and the great distance from the stars to Earth. This reflects the usual or the unusual clarity with which we see the real meaning of life when we are in love, a feeling that does not diminish, but only grows when romance turns into a committed partnership. The heart of the matter, modes of behavior, beliefs, friends and family, and even a place we have lived in for years can start to look strangely different when seen through the eyes of one in love. Many people become addicted to the intoxication of romance, feeling touched by great fortune and throwing caution to the winds. For them, romance comes in short, contrived bursts, rather than as a sustained lifetime of affection that soulmates enjoy. It is impossible to know whether a romance is going to last, which makes it one of the most maddening and the most exciting experiences of our lives. It seems so vastly important, and it may very well be. If you have truly found your other half, the first blush of romance deepens and gets better in ways that you cannot even imagine. The reason romance feels so good is because it is very similar to being with your soulmate. The difference is that when you are with your soulmate, there is no doubt, which we can assure you is a heavenly way to live. That's the number 29 card, the romantics. Your affirmation is, I allow romance to touch my heart every day. Yeah, the energy of that card suggests, with all of the sun, moon, and star, this could suggest, again, past life. We're talking about past life baggage. I think the past life baggage that you guys may have brought forward, Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, and north node, is you guys are probably here with unfinished business with a romantic partner of some sort. Now, let's the book said soulmate. It could be a soulmate, could be a twin flame, could be any, it could just be a spouse from another. Well, if they're a spouse from another lifetime, they're a soulmate anyway. So if y'all check out that book right there, you'll see the breakdown. All twin flames are soulmates, but not all soulmates are twin flames. So that's in there too. And Scorpio, you may need to get a copy of that book. Now, let us get your card. Yours is fixed energy, so we're going to get from this lunar tarot deck. Okay, let's find out what's going on with y'all. Let's find out what's going on with y'all, Scorpio. All right, split the deck on the Ten of Swords. Y'all, this is whatever this message is, this past life baggage that you brought forward with this or into this lifetime. It's probably been a painful cycle that is ready to come to an end. Okay, just split the deck on the Judgment and the Knight of Cups. Okay, Judgment, Inner Calling, Knight of Cups, Imagination. Let's get your card. All right, let me cut the deck. And Spirit, give me a card. Tell me what direction, what energy did Scorpio, what past life baggage did Scorpio come here to resolve? Talk to me about my Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Venus. I keep saying Venus. Maybe some of y'all do have it in your Venus. And North Node. My Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and North Node. All right, let me split the deck again. Shuffle again. This is typical of a Scorpio reading. Scorpio so secretive. These cards don't want to show me nothing. Scorpio out there, don't nobody know your name. All right, you can let it go. You can let it go. Okay, Spirit, give me a card. Scorpio, what did they come here to resolve? What past life baggage? They don't want to come out. I'll switch to the Light Seers deck if I need to. Nothing wants to come out. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Oh, secretive Scorpio. That's them. That's them. All right, so I'm going to Light Seers deck. I'm going to the Light Seers deck. This is so Scorpio, y'all. This is so Scorpio. That's so funny. This is hilarious. Scorpio private AF. They don't want nobody. They'll watch you, but they don't want you watching them. Hilarious energy, y'all. There we go. There we go. Oh, 2 cards stuck together. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. This is a first. Okay. Let's talk to y'all for a minute, Scorpio. Let's talk to y'all. The Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay. So this is a benevolent. Y'all definitely got some past life baggage that you brought forward with regards to your emotions. That goes right in alignment with the Romantics card. Okay. Y'all brought forward some past life baggage with regards to your love life. Queen of Cups. But here's the other part. The Judgment card came out in reverse. Judgment card came out in reverse. So this tells me that whatever this is, you actually didn't want to deal with it then, and you probably don't want to deal with it right now. Okay. So you guys are torn a little bit. Your past life energy that you came here to resolve has to deal with being not wanting to judge yourself. Okay. With regards to perhaps how you're showing up in love. How are you showing up in love? The queens are the most benevolent of the kings. The kings are a little bit more stern. The queens are benevolent. Okay. This Queen of Cups, she's very loving. She's very in touch with her heart space. Okay. But with this followed by this Judgment in reverse, this tells me that this is somebody that doesn't want to look at something, or perhaps they don't want to look in the mirror. Let me now get a let's get some more information on this. Wow, Scorpio. Y'all in Virgo. And it's almost the same logo. There it is. Knight of Swords. Okay. Knight of Swords. Okay. All right. So I see what's going on. I see what's going on. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords he's one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. Arguably, by some accounts, he's the fastest moving knight. This is a knight that is running. So look at what he's doing. Okay. You got that very spiritual crow up there. Okay. That's a spirit animal. And then this guy, he is running to go and jump on that motorcycle and takes Knight of Swords. He's going to go take communication to somebody. So the past life baggage that you brought forward, Scorpio, with this Romantics, I allow romance to touch my heart every day. Y'all came here to resolve and release, not telling somebody. That Knight of Swords is somebody who goes on a mission to go take a message to somebody. Y'all came here, and part of that is you either not judging, not wanting to look in the mirror, or judging yourself too harshly. That Judgment in reverse sometimes is a card of judging yourself too harshly. So y'all got a lot of love to give, but you have judged yourself too harshly for something. And that something probably had to do with communication. Okay, maybe you said some hurtful words. That could definitely be Scorpio energy. Or maybe you judged yourself too harshly and said, hey, you know what? I don't want to go and tell somebody how I really feel about them because I don't know how they're gonna take it. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse. Okay. That's somebody looking to avoid a Tower moment. Okay. So maybe you're not taking, maybe what you guys came here to let go of is the fear that something's going to get torn down if you tell somebody how you feel. And again, this judgment in reverse, you're probably judging yourself too harshly, or the reason you're not telling somebody something is because perhaps you judged yourself too harshly. Perhaps you said for some reason, maybe I'm not worthy. So let me get an advice card from Spirit. Spirit said, get your advice card from this deck over here. Since y'all didn't want to talk out of this other one before, let's get an advice card for you from this lunar deck. Matt's going to tell you, Matt's advice is get over yourself. Get over yourself. Okay. This card right here tells you your connection is divinely protected and the angels and the universe support it. Okay. The universe supports it. I allow romance to touch my heart every day. This says you don't feel like you're worthy of it. You've probably judged yourself too harshly and said, I got a lot of love to give. And I know I need to go and say something, but I don't feel like I'm worthy. Okay. Your past life baggage has to deal with a past life soulmate, And you got a lot of love to give, but you don't want to give it. You don't want to give it, or you don't want to tell this person. You don't want to tell this person how you feel because maybe you feel like they're going to judge you harshly. That's what's going on, Scorpio. That's what's going on. Matt says, get over yourself. Matt says, get over yourself. So you break that pattern. The universe, look here. The angels are blowing a horn. The angels waiting on you to do what you need to do. Okay. Let me get an advice card from Spirit. Oh, that's a whole lot of cards that came out. Yeah. Yep. 3 cards came out. 3 cards turned over. Your advice from Spirit. Oh man, 4 cards turned over. 4 cards turned over. All right, Scorpio. Here's your advice from Spirit. Matt said, get over yourself. Looks like Spirit is telling you that too. Spirit said, get in your Empress energy. The Empress is beautiful. She's creative. She's bold. She's very Venusian. She fears nothing or no one. The Empress is all 4 queens in the deck. She is the powerfully creative Queen of Wands. She is the benevolent Queen of Pentacles. She is the loving Queen of Cups. And she is the firm but fair Queen of Swords. That's the Empress. She's got all of those energies. Okay. Rebirth. Okay. Some of y'all watching could be about to give birth. I don't know. That's an option, but you could be giving birth to something new. Maybe what Spirit wants you to give birth to is this, because you didn't do it in a previous lifetime. Okay. And Spirit's advice is get them downloads. Trust the downloads. Trust the messages that Spirit are giving you, Scorpio. The High Priestess. Get into that inner knowing. You already know what this is. Inner. Trust yourself and get out of this. This is your deception. That's self-deception for you guys. That's self-deception. You're not doing what you need to do. This is who you really are. This is who you really are. But this represents your fear, the Tower. And that's Scorpio energy too. You're afraid of something being torn down. Only thing that needs to be torn down is what's blocking you. And that's what Spirit is here to do. Okay. All right. Get on your motorcycle. Go take that communication and don't worry about how you're going to be judged. Why? The Empress don't care what you think about her. The Empress don't care. And the High Priestess, she's divinely protected. She's divinely protected, and she has that inner knowledge. She already knows, okay? You got to know. The other card that came out, the 6 of Wands, that one came out last. The next one is the 8 of Pentacles. What's Spirit's advice? Work on it. Work on it. Get to work. Spirit's advice to you, Scorpio, is get to work, and it's going to end up in success. The 6 of Wands is a card of success. It's a card of celebration. This says here, victory. Your victory comes after you stop caring how you're going to be judged. Maybe that's self-judgment. Maybe you're worried about how others are going to judge you. I don't know. But the Empress don't care because she's the Empress. She don't care. And the High Priestess sure don't care. Okay? These are the 2 divine feminine cards in the deck, by the way. The Empress and the High Priestess. Okay? The Empress and the High Priestess. 2 plus 3 is what? 5. Some of y'all life path 5, but 5 is a card of activation. Spirit is saying you need to activate this. Get to work. 8 of Pentacles. Some of y'all could have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart. Okay. And it's going to lead to the Six of Wands victory. All right. Those are your messages, Scorpio. Interesting reading. You and Virgo. Okay. So if you like this reading, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of energy updates, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell is set to all. And so you'll be notified when I upload or go live, when I upload new content or go live. That's you, Scorpio. And if you want to leave a tip, my information, tip jar information is in the description box. I would love for you, though, to check out www.mtalfordarts.com and check out my work. Buy a book for yourself or buy one for a friend. Okay, great. I'm a multiple award-winning author, so my work speaks for itself. And I know y'all love me anyway, so y'all do that. Y'all do that. Thank you. And thank you to those of you who have donated and purchased books. I don't call people's names out because I don't want to. I protect my own privacy, so I don't like to put anybody's business out there. But for those of you that have purchased books, thank y'all so much. There's nothing that puts a bigger smile on my face than seeing an order come in from one of you guys, because I'm like, oh, I get to autograph another book and send it out to the subscriber. So thank y'all so much. All right, now let's move on to my Sagittarius. Sagittarius. This puts us halfway through, y'all. We're at the halfway mark. Sagittarius. 13108. Sagittarius. Okay, Sag. Let us get your information. This is for our Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Sagittarius, what past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release? All right, what did you bring forward that needs to get cleaned up in this lifetime so your soul can ascend? Sagittarius, that's the ruler of the 9th house, the higher mind, higher wisdom. I love my Sagittarius friends. I got Sagittarius in-laws, Sagittarius parents. I love Sag energy, the wise, the sagacious one. I love Sagittarius energy. I just don't like going shopping with them. I ain't going shopping no Sagittarius. Y'all stay out too long. Y'all want to go from one store to the next to the next. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm a Capricorn. I already know what I want to get. I'm getting it and I'm going. Sagittarius like to stay out there. All right, y'all. Let's get a card. Give me an oracle card for my Sagittarius spirit. What does Sagittarius come here to? What do they come here to resolve and release? All right. Spirit said, take this last card. I'm going to take it. 35, the future. I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. Number 35. Some of y'all could have birthdays on the 8th day of a month or in the 8th month. The 8th month would be 8th month is August. Okay. Some of y'all could have birthdays in August. Some of y'all could be life path number 8. Okay. Some of y'all could be life path number 8. Some of y'all could have birthday on the 5th of March or the 3rd of May. Okay. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, the future. Affirmation. I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. I need to read from the book this to see how this connects to past life baggage. Okay. I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. Sagittarius likes to move quick. Perhaps did you guys come here to work on or release moving too quickly, getting out there without planning, just going? Because that's a Sagittarius. That's a heavy Sagittarian trait. Sagittarius. Hey, Sag, you want to go? Yeah, let's go. What time? Wait a minute. Where we going again? All right. That's Sagittarian too. But let's find out, Sagittarius, the future. Let's find out. Right now, it's looking like perhaps you guys came here to resolve and release moving too quickly, getting out there without a plan. Okay. Getting out there with a plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. Okay. So when the unexpected hits, you're not ready. Maybe that's what y'all came here to release. Let's read it. Let's read it, Sagittarius. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Y'all hit that like button for me while y'all are here. Hit that like button. All right. Your affirmation is, I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. The art of the matter. A guardian angel soars out of a cloud and pulls back a corner of the curtain that is draped along the top of this scene. Let's take a look at it. Guardian angel pulling back the curtain. Okay. All right. So y'all are protected. That again speaks to divine protection. Whenever I see an angel in these cards, that is divine. That's symbolic of divine protection. So y'all came here with divine protection, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Let me read that again. A guardian angel soars out of a cloud and pulls back a corner of the curtain that is draped along the top of this scene. Standing behind the curtain is an equally celestial being, dressed in fine robes that are tied around the waist with a belt woven of solid gold thread. Y'all know Sagittarius, everything they touch turns to gold, right? Everything they touch turns to gold. That's Sagittarius. That's that Jupiter influence. The robed and helmeted figure is the future. The angel that dared to pull back the curtain that hides the future from the present because the mortal he cares for is in despair and has prayed fervently for guidance about what path to take. The angel has gone so far as to point out the direction he would like to see the future take for his poor, long-suffering charge. The future takes no notice of this angel who has exposed what should be secret. The future walks its own path in its own direction, and in its own time, it will reveal itself. I guess so. The individual in the front, I'm guessing, is the future, and the angel is pulling back the curtain. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Where did I leave off? Okay. The future walks its own path in its own direction. In its own time, it will reveal itself. His golden belt symbolizes that the future of our private universe is woven from the individual strands of the futures of all creation. The angel is forced to confront the fact that even with such powerful wings and divine powers, the future can never fully be revealed. The future of an individual takes direction from no one other than that individual and their higher self. Wow. The future holds the treasure of life and other gifts within the large box in his arms. The future is like a box that can only be opened with patience, practice, and the right key, like the oracle you are now using. Told y'all, some of y'all came here to resolve moving too quickly. Okay. Okay, that box represents the future. That's y'all carrying it. Okay. I'm guessing, okay, or that's the future. That's symbolic of the future. Now, yeah, that's the future holding it. The future holds the treasure of life and other gifts within the large box in his arms. The future is like a box that can only be opened with patience, practice, and the right key, like the oracle you are now using. The angel knows that if his human charge develops on the levels of mind, body, and spirit, then the proper destiny will come into reality. Each moment contains the potential for more probable futures than there are cloud bumps in this scene. This is so Sagittarian a card, y'all. Some futures are more probable than others, as symbolized by their different shapes and shades of color. By gaining a thorough understanding of a situation and examining it with relaxed contemplation, flashes of intuitive insights can illuminate the proper course to be taken in the future, if our mind is truly open to whatever may come. Even so, the future is always being created, so we must always retain respect for the future's ability to manifest in unexpected ways. Wow, Sagittarius. Now, the heart of the matter. The mystery of the future and the often frightening power of the unknown gives an almost game-like quality to our lives, a game of success or failure, win or lose, or life or death. The future's power to attract our attention is both unrivaled and awe-inspiring. We can plan for the future using the most scientific, rational approach. We can consult with experts and trend predictors, or we can use our intuition oracle cards and our developing intuition and simply guess what is going to happen. But any plan worthy of the name must expect the unexpected to occur, because it always does. We have all been affected in unforeseen ways by unforeseen events, and this is how things will always be. Unless we can accept this fact of life and have confidence that we will be able to deal with whatever situation comes into our lives, we will experience anxiety. It arises from time to time, even in the most self-confident people who have devoted a lifetime to developing their faith in themselves and a higher power. Having faith in ourselves and our ability to persevere, in our gift of intuition, and in the power of our higher self to bring the right experiences into our life at the proper time, all can help us to cope with this anxiety. Okay. So moving too fast. Okay. Moving too fast. The future is going to get here when the future gets here. Hang on, y'all. Moth in here, a little moth. Okay. The future's going to get here when the future, talk about planning for the unexpected. I didn't know I was going to get a moth on my computer screen. That has never happened. I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. Okay. Let's get on now. Let's come back to that. We might be coming back to that. So yours is a mutable sign. I'm going to the Light Seers deck. Let's find out what other past life baggage did Scorpio, Sagittarius come here to resolve and release. Okay, Sagittarius, let's find out. Let's find out what other past life baggage did you come here to drop? Okay. What did you come here to drop, Sagittarius? Okay. That was 3 cards that jumped out. Let's just take them. Let's take them. They came out in a clump. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Planning money. You got to plan for your money. 6 of Pentacles is a card of giving, a card of being generous. It's also a card of equal give and take. Okay. What past life baggage did you come? Followed by the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And then another 3 card. So that's a lot of 6 energy there. 3 of Wands. Okay. So you got 3 plus 3 equals 6. See that? Can't make this stuff up. So now the 6 of Pentacles. What did you, let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Some of y'all might be dealing with some lover boy energy or lover girl energy that ain't all they promised to be. That could be a possibility. Planning for the future with respect for the unexpected. Perhaps some of y'all came here to resolve some past life. I don't know the word. I don't know why the word bad came out of my mouth. Maybe that's for somebody. Some of y'all came here to resolve some past life baggage that has to deal perhaps with a romantic partner who didn't live up to that Knight of Cups energy. Okay. Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse, instead of him bringing you a cup of love, he's taking from you. Okay. That is clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. Some of y'all were overgiving. Some of y'all didn't plan for your future. And so perhaps you overgave to somebody who didn't prove himself to be worthy. Part of your plan, if this is a relationship, if this has relationship energy into it, and so far it looks like it does with the energy supporting your reading, Sagittarius, this tells me that perhaps you didn't plan for your future with whomever this person is. And it's 3 of Pentacles in reverse says maybe you were expecting them to, you didn't expect to be doing something by yourself. Okay. 3 of Pentacles upright is a card of collaboration and working together. You didn't plan to, what the unexpected that you got hit with is that you would end up doing something by yourself. Okay. And this 3 of Wands says you're waiting for your ships to come in. Perhaps you're waiting for something that ain't never going to produce anything. And that's perhaps part of the past life baggage that you came here to resolve. Yeah. So this has to deal with a past life relationship, Sagittarius, that you guys didn't plan for. Perhaps what happened in the past lifetime was that you overgave to that same energy. That same energy left you working by yourself. Some of y'all got Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Okay. And then Wands. 3 of Wands is going to be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. So you or that person has that in their chart. Okay. Wow. Let me get y'all an advice card. I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. Okay. So y'all got to have a better plan around your money. Y'all got to have a better plan around your money and around your efforts. Pentacles is effort too. It's effort. It's the work that you're putting in. 6 of Pentacles is equal give and take. Okay. So you probably, whoever that Knight of Cups was, I'm gonna pull that out. That Knight of Cups from the bottom of the deck was, y'all are probably giving more to them. Now, y'all are probably giving too much. You're giving, but you're not getting in return. You're giving, but you're giving to somebody who's leaving you holding the bag, doing all of the work. And you're waiting for that person to turn it around. Maybe what the spirit is telling you guys, future, I plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. Planning for the future with respect to the unexpected looks like, hey, you know what? Maybe this is somebody I like. Maybe this is somebody that I've got something with. But what I need to do is I need to have a contingency plan that says, I may have to do this by myself. So let me make sure that I'm ready for that. Okay. Let me get an advice card from Spirit for you all. That's way too many cards that came out. Let me put those back in. Reshuffle. That was like 8 cards that came out. I don't want that. Let's get advice for you guys. Advice for my Sagittarians. All right. Advice for my Sagittarians in this situation. Your past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release is moving too quickly. Moving too quickly with no plan in mind. Moving too quickly with no plan in mind. Let me get your advice card from this lunar. Nothing came out of the light seers. Spirit, what advice do you have for my Sagittarians? What do you have? What advice do you have for my Sagittarian, Spirit? Let's see what that is. Okay. Two of Swords came out in reverse. Stop being double-minded. Stop being double-minded. What does that say? That says stuck in the middle. Stop being double-minded. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to do. You know what the best way to not be double-minded is to have a plan and stick to it. So that goes with your oracle card. That goes with your oracle card. So your advice from Spirit Sagittarius is to stop being double-minded. Make a decision and stick to it. Make a decision and stick to it. But the best way to make a decision and stick to it leads you right back to your oracle card. Have a plan. Have a plan, okay? So it's never too late to plan for your future. It's never too late to plan for your future, okay? All right? It's okay to be a giver, but make sure you're not pouring into a cup that has holes in it, okay? This is you doing it by yourself, okay? This is you doing it by yourself, all right? That's all I got for you, Sagittarius. That's an interesting reading. So your past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release is moving too quickly, and it looks like moving too quickly in terms of relationships, okay? Make sure that this person ain't, if they're Knight of Cups, that's somebody bringing you something, bringing you an offer. This is somebody that's taken away from you, okay? A solid plan to vet that person could have avoided that you're ever dealing with a Knight of Cups that you end up giving to that wasn't working with you, that wasn't there when you needed them. Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration and leaving you waiting and wondering, well, are they coming? Are they coming? That's for somebody. All right, that's all I got, Sagittarius. Hit that like button for me on your way out, and or stick around for another placement you may have. If you're new to the channel and you like these types of updates, hit that subscribe button, okay? And if you like to leave a tip, my tip jar information is in the description box. Please check out my work as an author at www.talfordarts.com. I would love for you to go there, browse my collection of books, perhaps pick up one as a Father's Day gift for somebody that's for your dad or somebody that's been a father figure in your life. All right, that's all I got. Let's move on now to Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, 147.30. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We got 4 more after this one, okay? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's get you guys an oracle card, okay? Let's get you all an oracle card, Capricorn. What did my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North nodes, what past life baggage did they come here to resolve and release? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North node. Okay, Spirit's directed me to this card. Okay, I'm taking it. Number 25. More 7 energy. Some of y'all could be life path number 7. It says the confident. Affirmation is, I honor all I have done to make me who I am today. That sounds very Capricornian because y'all are always working. I honor all I have done to make me who I am today. Capricorn, I wonder, did you in a past lifetime disregard the tremendous effort that you put in and just say, well, that wasn't nothing? You didn't honor yourself? You know what? Recognize the work you do, Capricorn. Recognize that. Number 25. Some of y'all could have been born on the 25th day of a month. Okay. Some of y'all could have been born December 25th. Some of y'all could be Christmas babies if you're a Capricorn sun. Some of you could be life path 7 again. Some of you could have been born on the 5th of February or the 2nd of May. All right. And or you could have been born on the 7th day of any month or the 25th day of any month. And again, your affirmation is, I honor all I have done to make me who I am today. Let's take a look at that. Let's look at that artwork. Beautiful artwork there. Beautiful artwork. That looks like achievement and accomplishment. Look at that. That screams Capricorn. That screams Capricorn. Let me get into this. The confident, number 25. Thank you all for being here. The art of the matter. A woman walks down a garden path clutching a mass of flowers in an upturned fold of her toga-like garment. She has flowers under her arm and a floral wreath garlands her hair. Like the flowers she holds, she glories in her beauty in a most natural way. She has developed her self-esteem, a most valuable possession, by listening to her higher self, as symbolized by the shining eye seen in the hand mirror to which she directs her gaze. I don't see the hand mirror there. Oh, I see it. It's over in the border. Okay. Okay. She got some angels around her too. Some of y'all are divinely protected, Capricorn. Some of y'all are divinely protected. Look at that dove. Peace. Y'all have the most high, the peace of the most high around you. Okay. So she has used self-reflection to understand her strengths, symbolized by the man, woman, and Cupid in the other three mirrors. I didn't even see those. Oh, wow. Yeah. Man, woman, and Cupid in the other three mirrors. Okay. She has used self-reflection to understand her strengths, symbolized by the man, woman, and Cupid in the other three mirrors, and her weaknesses, as symbolized by the fences she walks before. She has decided to listen to the bluebird who says happiness will come when she grants to herself the same respect she would to another who displayed similar characteristics. Capricorn is one of the most selfless signs I know. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cap sun. Capricorns, they'll let other people shine. Capricorn wants the result. They don't care about the shine too much. Okay. This says she has decided to listen to the bluebird who says happiness will come when she grants herself the same respect she would to another who displayed similar characteristics. The bluebird knows that life can be enjoyed by using our strengths to compensate for our weaknesses. The pointed rocks behind her symbolize our human tendency to be too hard on ourselves. Do y'all know a Capricorn that ain't hard on themselves? I mean, I'm not the one that ain't hard on. I'm hard on myself. Every Capricorn I know is hard on themselves. She has gotten beyond these stumbling blocks, and the flowers she holds, as well as the ones that cover the top of the stone column in the border above her, are signs of the great rewards that will come to her as a result of new actions born of her newfound self-esteem. Now, I don't know too many Caps that have problems with self-esteem, but you know, they do have problems accepting praise and accolades sometimes, though. A self-confident person is likely a positively charged magnet whose force field draws to them other positive people. At her feet, a tiny Cupid grabs the hem of her dress and tells her to watch her step, for life is a continuous process of growth, symbolized by the amorphous, primitive life forms that can slip through any crack, no matter how small. Self-esteem, not egotism, will get her where she is going. Behind her floats a winged face Cupid. The faceless wings in the border above have been summoned by Cupid and are flying toward this woman and the lover that this cherub of love has chosen for her. Cupid's eyes are averted toward heaven, the ultimate ground of being. That's Capricorn. That is so Capricorn energy. Capricorn sometimes are so busy with work and what they're doing that most of them are like, I ain't got time for love. I got to work. Anyway, and that's where the universe steps in. So Cupid, like, you might not have time for it, but you getting it. Okay. All right. So now, the heart of the matter. A person with good self-esteem is likely a positively charged magnet whose force field draws to them the right people and events at just the right time. The people you bring into your life are a reflection of how you feel about yourself. If you have self-esteem, you will not tolerate anyone who treats you poorly. If you have grave doubts about yourself, you will not respect anyone who tells you of your good qualities. You will attract those who focus on your weak points because you will think them smart enough to see through your facade, brave enough to confront you, and caring enough to tell you about your foibles. Unscrupulous people often use this tactic consciously to manipulate others. We can all feel good about ourselves, for we are all of divine origin. If we are not proud of ourselves, we are not proud of the divine forces that made us, the world we live in, and love itself. That's a message for somebody. That's a message for somebody. Okay. And look at the card that's the next one in the deck. All right. That's for y'all Capricorns out there that's running from love. Okay. All right. Yeah. I like that last part. It says, if you have self-esteem, you will not tolerate anyone who treats you poorly. That is Capricorn energy. Most Capricorns do not tolerate people who treat them poorly. If you have grave doubts about yourself, you will not respect anyone who tells you of your good qualities. Capricorn, stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Y'all are put in the earth to be problem solvers. A lot of y'all are masterful problem solvers. Capricorn rules over the 10th house. 10th house is Saturn. That's about delays. It's about hard lessons. And Capricorn understands that better than anybody. Okay, so let me move on. Let's find out what it is. What about this confident Okay. Maybe some of y'all weren't very confident in the previous lifetime, and that's the baggage you came here to clear. So let's get this Rider-Waite-Smith deck, Capricorn, and let's see what's going on with y'all. Let's see what's going on with y'all. Okay, Capricorn. We're moving pretty good with time. All right, Capricorn. Look what came out. Look what came out as your direction. As your direction. One of the things y'all came here to resolve is working too damn much, Capricorn. Look at that. That's the 4 swords in reverse. First card that flew out the hand, 4 of swords in reverse. Yeah, the 4 swords upright is a card of rest and recovery. Y'all came here. The past life baggage that y'all brought with y'all is overworking. You got to learn to take breaks, Capricorn. You got to learn to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Some of y'all in a previous lifetime just worked until you transitioned, and you built up a lot of wealth that others ended up enjoying after you were gone. You didn't even get to enjoy it because you were working all the time. This is a powerful message to a Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, or north node out there. Stop working so doggone much. Learn how to take a break. Reversals don't want to be reversals, and reversals are like planetary retrogrades. They're temporary. This is a powerful message. I don't even know if I'm going to have to pull y'all an advice card. I'm going to keep going because that's your direction card. But this already tells me what y'all came here to overcome and release and resolve is working too doggone much, Capricorn. Wow. Look at that. 7 of Wands came out. 7 of Wands came out. Okay. Y'all more. Not only are y'all working too much, y'all are constantly feeling like you got to defend yourself. Okay. Why does Capricorn? Oh, you look what came out. The Lovers. So you're defending your choices, or perhaps someone that you're in a some sort of romantic relationship with. So you're working too much. All right. You're not getting any rest. Why are you not getting any rest? Because you're too busy either defending your choices or defending your choices. Lovers is a card of choices, or defending perhaps a relationship choice. Wow. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is in here. Let's see what else is in here for Capricorn. Wow. So that's the past life baggage y'all brought forward. Y'all brought forward some relationship baggage as well. Just like Scorpio. Scorpio did too. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. Okay? 4 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. 4 Pentacles upright is about security and holding on to what you got. In reverse, 4 is also a number of stability. Pentacles, maybe you're unstable. So maybe you got some instability that is causing you to overwork. Okay? Or maybe you got some emotional instability that you don't feel secure. Okay, let me get a Y card. Let me get a Y card, Spirit. Why is that? Let me pull that out of the way. Why is that 4 of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck? This is interesting. Got 2 4s there, 4 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, that's transformation energy. Y'all came here to transform. Okay. 9 of Cups, more cups. Wish fulfillment. Okay, so this tells me with this 4 of Pentacles in reverse, you guys brought back some past life baggage with regards to whoever this is, whoever that person on your mind is, the Lovers. Okay, could be a divine connection, but you felt instability, or felt like perhaps this is 4 of Pentacles in reverse is also a card of something slipping away. 4 of Pentacles upright, it's in his hand, it's on his mind, he's got his feet, he's grounded, he's standing on business. In reverse, it's slipping away. You guys brought back some anxiety. The four of Swords in reverse is also a card of anxiety. That's almost like the 9 of Swords upright. That's almost like the 9 of Swords upright. Okay, so this 9 of Cups is emotions, wish fulfillment with regards to your emotions. So you guys felt like perhaps you guys confident. Perhaps you guys brought forward some confidence wounds. You guys may have brought forward some abandonment issues, feeling like you wish fulfillment was always going to be slipping out of your hands, okay? Or you always had to defend this connection, and you couldn't rest because you're working too much. Maybe that connection didn't come into fruition because you were working all the time. I don't know. But this is a card of somebody that can't rest. Swords is mental. It's mental energy as well. So perhaps your mind was always on, am I going to lose my wish fulfillment with this person? Am I going to have to keep defending this? That's the past life baggage that y'all brought forward. So I'm going to get y'all an advice card from Spirit because honestly, I don't know what to tell y'all on this, Capricorn. I don't know what to tell y'all on this one. So I'm going to get this one from Spirit. Spirit, what advice do you have for Capricorn? Okay, hold on. I'm going to get another one. Wow. More 8 energy there. Okay. That clarifies it. Okay. I don't know why Spirit had me look at the bottom of the deck here. Let me tell you about your advice here. This is Capricorn energy right here. The Devil card. Devil card is a card. Look who's in the scene in the Devil card. This is what I try to tell y'all. That's obsession. Look who's there. These same two. Okay. This Lover's card, they got an angel looking over them. And this Devil card, they're attached to some toxic behavior. It doesn't always mean toxic behavior. Sometimes it's just obsession. Sometimes a mutual obsession. But let me tell y'all what's happening here. Okay. What came out for your advice from Spirit? It seems to be that Spirit is saying the 8 of Wands is a card of rapid movement and communication, but it's in reverse. And it was clarified by the Ace of Cups in reverse. So Ace of Cups is a new start in love. This is saying that a lack of movement and a lack of communication is preventing you from getting this Ace of Cups, that new start that leads to that 9 of Cups wish fulfillment that you want, but you feel like keeps slipping away from you. It slipped away from you in another lifetime. I can see in this reading. Okay. So I can give you my advice now. You ain't got to defend anything that this is interesting. And this is why this came out. This was the second card after your 25, the confident. Okay. Get your confidence back. I honor all I've done to make me who I am today. But this came out after that. Look at that. That was the one underneath it. I attract love, abundance, success, happiness, and fulfillment. Spirit is, let me get one more card. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Y'all had the toughest read so far, Capricorn. The High Priestess. Tap into your inner knowing. Tap into your highest self. Y'all gonna have to deal directly with the Most High. Y'all have to deal directly with the Holy Spirit to get advice for how to deal with this situation right here. This is I'm not gonna pull any more on this. This one, Capricorn is a problem solver. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is about lessons that we came here to learn. You guys got to be a little bit more confident. That confidence, that's your past life for a card right there. You had lack of confidence, and that lack of confidence led to instability or feeling like this was always slipping out of your reach. Okay, and you've always had to defend it in defense mode. Okay, not getting any rest. Okay, if you want to get rest, you got to tap into that High Priestess energy. All right, tap into that High Priestess. You know what the High Priestess is? That represents inner knowing. That's your faith card. Inner knowing, sight unseen. Inner knowing is what? Confidence. Okay, Capricorn. Yeah. And this card tried to jump out of the lunar deck. The Two of Swords in reverse. Make a decision and stick to it. Stop with the double-mindedness. This is an interesting reading. So Capricorn, it feels like the past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release is having a lack of confidence with regards to either, you know, feeling like you needed to defend your decisions, defend your choices, or defend what appears to be a connection with you and another person. And the fact that your advice from spirit was not really advice, it was almost retro advice telling you what the problem is. Capricorn's a problem solver, so you got to solve this yourself. This lack of communication and movement is what is preventing this Ace of Cups, this new start. All right, so Capricorn, that's your reading. I'm not going to touch that one again. That's a little bit heavier energy. But if you like this video, if this resonates with you, hit that thumbs up button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you like getting these types of energy updates. And if you'd like to leave a tip, it's not required, but if you'd like to, if you so choose, the information in my tip jar is in my description box. And I would love for you to browse my collection of books at www.talfordarts.com. Father's Day is coming up as of today's date, which is Sunday, May 24th. And it's coming up next month. And you guys got plenty of time to order a book for your dad, if your dad is an avid reader or somebody that you consider to be a father figure. That's your reading, Capricorn. Thank you all for being here. And don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Aquarius up next, 20602. Aquarius. Okay, so my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. What past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release, Aquarius? Aqua men and women. What did y'all come here to resolve and release? Let's shuffle this one more time. Aquarius. This is an Aquarius. I love Aquas. Okay. Aquarius. What did Aquarius come here to? What past life baggage did they bring forward that they came here to resolve and release? Spirit, what do you have for my Aquariuses? What message do you have for my Aquariuses? What did they come here to resolve and release? Past life baggage. Okay, Aquarius, you don't want to talk to me? What's happening? What's happening, Aquarius? Y'all don't want to talk to me? Let's go through this one more time here, Aquarius. We're going to do this again. Aquarius is fixed air. They're stubborn. Can be a know-it-all energy sometimes. I'm going to take this card right here since it's sticking out. All right. 18, the warrior. Not warrior, warrior. Your affirmation, I can handle whatever life brings to me. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, y'all probably brought a lot of worry from your past life into this one. Okay. 18. Some of y'all could have been born on the 9th day of a month. You could be a life path number 9. You could have been born on August the 1st or January the 8th. Okay. Or you could have been born on the 18th of any month. So let's find out what's going on. What's up with this warrior? I can handle whatever life brings to me. Perhaps you hesitated to handle whatever life brings to you because you were worried about something in a previous lifetime. Aquarius, let's find out. That is a fixed sign. I'm gonna get this lunar deck. Oh, ain't time for that yet. I'm supposed to read this warrior. Let's read that. Let's find out. Let's find out what Aquarius came over here worrying about. Let's get a little bit more information on this card, the warrior, number 18. Okay, Aquarius. Your affirmation is, I can handle whatever life brings to me. The art of the matter. A woman walks somberly downhill with a faraway look in her eyes. She might as well be somewhere else, for her worried mind is so preoccupied with the present difficulty that she is unaware of what is actually going on around her. That is not Aquarian, y'all. That's not Aquarian. So y'all are back here to fix something. The grandness of the cosmos, the magical shooting stars, and the music of the spheres have disappeared for her. What do y'all got on y'all mind, Aquarius? She certainly does look sad. She got something in her hand and she's walking away from home. All her being is concentrated in her head, which gives off a powerful aura of colored light. The 2 flowers that lie at her feet are symbolic of the solutions that are right in front of her. However, her attention is on what is wrong, and she looks as though she does not see the flowers and will soon be tripped by them, possibly hurting herself. Y'all aren't looking at something. She carries a box, a symbol of all the hurtful words that have been spoken in criticism of her. Aquarius is an air sign, okay? Air signs rule over communication and words. She holds the lid down tight to keep them from emerging at this difficult time. However, it is almost impossible for her to carry this burden and deal with the present difficulty. For her, Self-confidence has been shaken, and her worries make her too weak to turn around and go back to confront her situation. Wow. In the distance stands her stone castle, seemingly perfect and impervious to any threats or outside force. However, the effects of perfectionism have breached the castle walls and wreaked havoc on the lives of the couple dwelling within them, as surely as an enemy army. She has been driven from the accustomed security of her home by the sudden appearance of criticism, whose goal is destructive and not constructive. The opal moon that hovers strangely over the castle is a reminder that stone can imprison beauty as well as protect it. It requires patience and delicacy to extract the opal from its stone matrix and fashion it into a precious jewel. Perhaps someone will be moved by her disappearance to look skyward and see this message from on high. The lesson must be learned that peace begins where expectations end. You do not make anyone better by hurting them. Wow. The heart of the matter. Worry is the result of feeling that things are not working out the way that they should be. Our attachment to things having to work out a certain way, along with our expectations, causes us to be critical as a way of getting things to be how we expect them to be. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, is that you? Analyzing a situation is an important step in making things better. However, anxiety holds us rigidly in place, preventing us from growing, particularly when we yearn to know the perfect plan or the outcome of plans and actions before they have reached fruition. The unknown is always with us and must be embraced if we would live a full life. At its core, worry is a natural desire to protect you from pain by anticipating problems. However, you are also being practical and logical when you let your successes transform your life, not your failures, real or imagined. Power can be gained by focusing on what has already been accomplished. So this tells me that perhaps what the residue that you guys brought forward from a past life is always worrying and not looking at what you have already achieved. Aquarius North Node. Y'all came here to do something. I said Aquarius North Node. That must be for an Aquarius North Node. I'm talking Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Y'all came here to do some heavy lifting. Y'all are rebels for humanity. Y'all come here to ride for everybody, to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity to do things. Y'all ride for the greater collective. Y'all buck and rebel against structures that were put in place that benefit the few and not the many. Y'all come here to take on humanity's problems on your shoulder. That's the thing I love about Aquarians. But you know what? At some point, you got to stop the worry and say, look at what I have achieved already. Y'all almost sound like Capricorn a little bit. And both of y'all are Saturn ruled. Okay. Aquarius has two ruling planets, Saturn and Uranus. So Aquarians hit you with the unexpected. That's the Uranus part. But the long, hard road is Saturn. Y'all walk that road with Capricorn. Okay. Y'all do it for different reasons, but very similar energy. So let us take a look at your card now. And we're going to work with this lunar deck. Okay. Spirit, give me a card for Aquarius. What's the direction card for Aquarius? Let's find out what baggage did past life baggage did Aquarius come here to let go of, to resolve and let go of. So far, it looks like it's just worry. Maybe you can tell us what they worried about. Maybe in another lifetime, the worry that they brought forward. The Magician. So y'all worrying about if your manifestation, if what you're trying to manifest is coming through. And I got an 8 in the chat right now. That's Life Path 8, the Master Manifestors. Some of y'all might be Life Path number 8. The Magician. So y'all are back here to resolve some past life issues where perhaps you were trying to manifest something and perhaps it didn't come out the way you wanted it to. And Aquarians they're sticklers about getting things done a certain way because they're not doing it just for themselves. They're doing it for everybody. Really less for themselves and more for everybody. Let me get what were they trying to manifest in the previous lifetime that didn't work out for them that they're back here to resolve or release and release? What are they back here? What were they trying to manifest that didn't work out for them in the previous lifetime? I got it. That's too many cards there. Let's pick this back up. Let's pick it back up here. Hang on a second. Let me go to my Rider-Waite-Smith deck. No, you know what? Let me shuffle this one more time. These cards act like they don't want to stay in my hand. Maybe I should be reading from another deck. I'm going to try this one more time. Okay. What? There we go. The Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay. The Hierophant upright represents structure. This is so Aquarian. The Hierophant upright represents structure and order, the establishment. Aquarian is anti-establishment. So y'all were trying to manifest something in a previous lifetime that perhaps took the power away from the establishment and gave it back to the people, and it didn't work out. And you worried about it. You worried about it. You worried about if it was going to work out, if your manifestation is going to come through. Listen, let me tell y'all something right now before I pull any more cards, okay? If you're worried about something that you're trying to manifest actually coming through, it's not going to manifest. It's not going to manifest. So Matt is here to tell you right now, right off rip, you're not manifesting if you are worrying about whether or not it's going to come into fruition, especially when you're doing something as big as something for humanity, where you're going against the establishment, What were they going against the establishment for in the previous lifetime, Spirit? What were they bucking against the establishment with? Give me a clarifier on that Hierophant. What were they going against the establishment with regards to? They were trying to perhaps deal with a power-hungry establishment, okay? Switching to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to get an answer. I don't know why that fell out of my hand. Okay. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a card of sadness. So y'all were trying to, it's in reverse. So y'all were going against the establishment to end the sadness, to end sadness for something. What was the sadness that they were trying to manifest the end of? Taking the power away from the establishment to end the sadness. Let me grab this Light Seers deck. We're going to get it, y'all. We're going to get it. We're going to find out. I love this energy, actually. I love this, Aquarius. Y'all going to get it. Don't worry about it. Y'all going to do it. Y'all came here to, y'all wanted to, the establishment was making a lot of people sad, and y'all were trying to manifest an end to the sadness, an end to the power of the Hierophant, or the structure, the system that was perhaps robbing people, making them sad. What were they doing? I'm going to keep going. I want to get a little bit more information on this. Y'all were trying to manifest it. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to. And so y'all brought worry forward. Like, am I going to be able to do it this lifetime? I didn't get it done the last time. Am I going to be able to do it? Matt's here to tell you that you don't have to worry about that. If you're worried about whether or not you're going to do it, you're not going to do it, and you're going to repeat the cycle. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Something to end the sadness and give everybody hope and healing. Okay. The star is a card of hope and healing. This says creativity. So some of y'all could be creatives. Some of y'all could be artists and creatives. Okay. You got the Knight of Wands that came out as well. A force of nature. Okay. And y'all were really about getting that done. Y'all were about getting it done, but for some reason it didn't happen. Okay. For some reason it didn't happen. So y'all, and I think the reason it didn't happen is because you were worried about if it would happen. Okay. You're worried about if it would happen. Now I got to tell you, this Knight of Wands came out in reverse. So maybe that says that en route, you guys were derailed. For some reason, and things didn't work out. Let me get you an advice card. Okay. My advice already, Matt's advice is, don't worry about when you set your manifestation, you set your intention, you set it as if I already have it. Go to Mark 11 and 24. Let me show that to some of y'all. Let me show y'all Mark 11 and 24. Okay. This is your advice right here comes from scripture. I'm gonna pull y'all advice from scripture, Aquarius. This is in my book, From Fear to Faith, a Survivor Story. This is how I overcame the C word, a deadly form of it. Okay. Let me share this to the screen really quick for y'all. Mark 11:24 says, therefore I say unto you, whatsoever things you desire when you pray or activate or manifest, believe that you receive them and you will have them. You guys didn't believe that you were going to receive it. That is the essence of this warrior card. Okay. So your advice came from scripture. Mark 11:24. Y'all write that down. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, and north node. Whatsoever things you desire when you pray, aka activate, aka manifest, believe that you have them already, and you'll have it. This says that y'all were worried about whether or not it would happen. That's the baggage that you came forward to release. Stop worrying about this. What y'all are coming here to do is huge. Okay, y'all are coming here to tear down structures that don't work for everybody. Especially your Aquarius North nodes. Y'all are here to tear down structures that don't work for everybody and leave people feeling sad. Okay, y'all are here to end the sadness. That's that 5 of Cups in reverse is an end to the sadness. Y'all, in another lifetime, y'all came here to go against them, to topple their systems and end the sadness of the collective and restore hope and healing. Okay, that's an Aquarius card. The star card is Aquarius energy. Okay, 17, number 17 card. What's 1 plus 7? 8. 8 is transformation. Y'all came here to transform it. 8 in the chat right now, and somehow you got derailed. So perhaps you brought some, and that derailing came because you manifested this Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands upright, he takes action. He takes action. He goes to create something, a force of nature. Y'all got derailed, but what derailed you is this, worrying. Okay? So your affirmation is I can handle whatever life brings to me, including your life mission, your life purpose. Y'all are going to do it, okay? Y'all are going to do it. And I already put the advice cards away from Spirit. But listen, Mark 11:24 is your answer. That's your advice from Spirit. Know that you already got it, and it's going to manifest, all right? Y'all are going to get it done this lifetime. I have the utmost faith in you, Aquarius. That's your reading. Hit that like button for me on your way out. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of messages, these types of energy updates, hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when I go live or upload new content. That's all I got for y'all. On the way out, if you care to leave a tip, it is not required at all. But if you care to, my information is in the description box where you can leave a tip. And I would love for you to check out my work. I'm an award-winning author, multiple award-winning author. And my work can be found at www.mtalfordarts.com. Browse my collection. I'm sure if you're an Aquarius, you're someone who loves to read. You're in the mind. Aquarius rules over. Aquarius is swords energy as well. So that's about mind, thoughts, words. I'm sure you love to read as well. Okay. I don't know an Aquarius that doesn't like to read. So check out my work at www.mtalfordarts.com. That's all I got. Moving on to Pisces 2/22/54. Thank you all for being here tonight. All right, Pisces. My Pisces, sun, moon, rising, and north node. Pisces. Let's find out what past life back. Pisces rules over the 12th house, which is where the gateway to our past lives and other lifetimes, other realities, the ancestral realm, heaven and earth, all of that. The gateway is right there in the 12th house, and that's what Pisces rules over. So Pisces, this should be an interesting reading for you all. Let's get a card for you and find out. Pisces is a mutable sign, so I'll be reading from the Light Seers deck. But let's get you an oracle card and find out, what did Pisces come here to release? What did Pisces come here? What baggage did Pisces bring across that 12th house bridge? What did y'all bring, Pisces? What baggage did Pisces bring? Okay. Oh, a lot of actors with this. Placement. The actor. Your affirmation is, I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. Pisces, that's the two fish. You can get one or the other. You can get that fish going north or that fish swimming south. All right. The actor. I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. Does that not look Piscean, y'all? Dreamy acting in La La Land. I say that with kindness. I have a brother that's a Pisces. Okay, I got a cousin I got two cousins that are Pisces. Got a lot of Pisces friends. All right, Pisces are the dreamers. It's not this someone that looks like they're dreaming. They're dressing up. They're in character. That's Pisces energy all day. Number 9. Some of y'all might be life path number 9. Some of you could have been born during the 9th month, which is September, or some of you could have birthdays on the 9th day of any month. Okay. All right. Let's find out. Let's find out what's going on with this actor card. Pisces. All right. Number 9, the actor. I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. Let's see what's going on for Pisces here. Let's see, Pisces. Let's see. The actor. Your affirmation is, I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. The art of the matter. A figure dressed like either a geisha or a male actor in a Japanese play emerges demurely from one of the petals of an opening flower that is like the proscenium of a stage. Proscenium of a stage. Let's look that word up really quick, y'all. Let's look it up really quick. Proscenium. All right. A proscenium is the part of a theater stage in front of the curtain. Okay, the stage of an ancient theater. So it's the part of the theater that's in front, part of the stage that's in front of the curtain. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to know what that meant. I never heard that term before. All right. Vocabulary word of the day is proscenium. So let's see. The art of the matter. Okay. The proscenium of a stage. They fan themselves lightly, more for effect than to provide any cooling breeze. The fan in their hand is mirrored by those in the surrounding border, and they and the floating dragons heighten the theatrical quality of this scene. In the plays of the traditional Japanese theater, it was common for men to play the female roles. There is a strong possibility that under their flowing kimono, laboriously coiffed hair, and heavy makeup, this geisha girl is really a man. If we want to grow as human beings, it is good to look beyond our habitual system of classification based on our cultural conditioning, expectations, and even our perceptions. Things are often not what they seem. What has motivated the actor to take on the role of a geisha? Is it because those values are ones that merit emulation and widespread dissemination through traveling theater companies? Or is it because the actor feels that the subservient, docile role of the geisha has outlived its centuries of existence and now needs to be held up to public scrutiny? For centuries, theater has inspired and altered ideas of fashion, morals, and politics. Many ancient customs and traditions, good and bad, have withered and died as a result of being illuminated by the intensity of stage lighting. Ideas that could not be stopped by force were often stopped by ridicule or general understanding. Okay, I'm starting to see something emerge here. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. The role of the geisha is the symbol of courtesans and people of all sexes whose life and livelihood depend on cultivating the attention and favor of powerful individuals. The role of the actor is played by all of us at some time, but none plays it more than those in politics. In China, you could tell a courtier's rank by the number of claws on the dragon that adorned his court clothes. Only the emperor could wear a dragon with 5 claws. Those who hover around the actor have 3, the middle of the spectrum. I don't see any claws there, but okay. All right. So anyway, only the emperor. Okay, got that one already. The life of the courtesan was spent trying to stay in the middle of the powerful forces swirling around one whose favor was cultivated. There is no such thing as either an actor or a politician without good intuition, a skill that they have consciously cultivated. Now, to the heart of the matter, it is time to become aware of the politics of your situation. Life is a game, and games have rules. Sometimes appearances are very important, and style is as important as substance. Acting was one of the 3 holy arts of ancient India because an actor imitates the divine spirit when a character is brought to life to play a particular role or particular part in a drama. Furthermore, the ancient sages knew that a powerful technique for achieving goals that is only now becoming known again, the technique of acting as if the desired goal has been attained. We just said that to Aquarius, okay? Treat that thing that you desire like you already have it. Sometimes you should act, and most importantly, feel as if things are the way you would like them to be. This will alert and inform your powerful subconscious mind as to how you would like things to be, and your mind will then immediately begin using your intuition to guide you to your goal. There's a saying I used to hear back in the day called fake it till you make it. That might resonate for somebody. You may then begin to see that things start moving in that direction as if by magic. It may also become clear to you that you need to readjust your priorities and your life. Okay. I don't know why what I'm getting from this, Pisces, is that perhaps the past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release is in fact acting one way when in reality you're perhaps another way. Okay, that may be for somebody. But let me pull a card for you guys. Let's get some tarot. Let's see what the tarot says. What past life baggage did my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North nodes come here to resolve? Okay, Holy Spirit, can I get an answer on, as he said, take that card right there. Okay. Wow. Nine of Cups in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse. Look at the synchronicity. Here's another number 9 card. Nine of Cups in reverse is the direction. So already I'm seeing that what you guys came here to, the baggage, the past life baggage that you came here to resolve and release. I just said that, y'all. Didn't I just say that? I said I felt like the actor past life baggage for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North node is acting one way when in reality you feel another way. This card clarifies that. You guys came here to stop pretending that you're happy when you're not. You came here to stop pretending that you're happy when you're not. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Divine spark, divine inspiration. Okay? Divine inspiration. That could be keeping you from starting something, a passion project or something creative. You're pretending that you're happy when you're not can keep you from beginning and going down this beautiful creative path that you want to go down. Ace of Wands is divine inspiration. Divine inspiration comes across that 12th house bridge. The 12th house bridge is managed by Pisces. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That 12th house bridge is managed by Pisces. Okay. I don't need to pull another card. I don't. Pisces, I don't. That's pretty much your reading. You came here to stop pretending that you're to be happy when you're not. Okay? What's going to lead you to wish fulfillment is being real. Stop acting. This actor is the past life baggage that y'all came here to resolve and release. Stop acting and pretending. And Pisces do a good job of pretending. Okay? They're very creative. Pisces rules over the subconscious. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. What does Neptune do? Y'all that follow me over from Matt D. Talford, my Matt D. Talford channel, I talk about this all the time when I'm doing astrology talk. Neptune is the deceiver when you're in low vibrational energy. Guess what? The reverse 9 of Cups is low vibrational energy. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to deceive others, and you're also going to be deceived. And guess what that's going to keep you from? Doing what you really came here to do. That spark of divine inspiration. That Ace of Wands. All the aces are gifts from God. You think God is going to give you something when you're pretending? You think God is going to give you something new, some spark of divine creativity when you're pretending? No, because Neptune is running you. That devil energy of Neptune, that Neptune can go one way or the other. Neptune can give you some powerful transcendental information when you're high vibrational, because Neptune rules that 12th house bridge. Okay, the veil between the spirit realm and the physical realm. You got light energy and shadow energy that exists in the spirit realm. So what Neptune is going to do is when you're in low vibrational energy, Neptune shows you an illusion, hence the actor. What do actors do? They give the illusion that they are somebody that they're not. I can go do a stage play right now and play the role of somebody that I'm not by pretending. Get out of that reverse 9 of Cups. Stop pretending to be happy when you're not. If you're not happy, tell them, hey, look, I'm not happy. Because that's the path to happiness. The first step toward happiness is recognizing that you're not happy. If you are unhappy, the first step toward happiness is recognizing that you are unhappy. Okay? I don't need to pull an advice card for y'all. Spirit is not telling me to pull an advice card for y'all, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Stop pretending to be happy when you're not. Because you're never going to get on the path to what Spirit can't give you The Holy Spirit, the Most High, the Divine, cannot give you that fresh. The aces in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck are represented by the hand of God coming out of a cloud. How is he going to give you that magic wand so that you can create something magical that's based on your imagination? Pisces arguably has the most expansive imagination of anybody. Expansive, why? Because in traditional astrology, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the energy of its expansion. So Pisces, by default, has the most expansive imagination. That goes with this Ace of Wands. Spirit ain't going to give you that divine inspiration while you're in that low vibrational pretend energy. You're pretending to be happy. Can't even hold a card in my hand. You're pretending to be happy, but the truth is you're not happy. So what you're doing is you're putting on this act. That's what you came here to let go of. You came here to let go of acting and being fake and pretending that you're happy when you're not. If someone or something is making you unhappy, express that, because that's the beginning of your turning that situation around and moving towards your happiness. That's all I got for you, Pisces. Hit that like button for me on the way out. If you're new to the channel, you like these types of energy updates. I don't know why I got mad with that. That made me mad, y'all. I don't know why. I got a brother that's a Pisces, and I've seen this. He ain't watching me anyway, so I've seen him pretend to be happy when he's not. Don't call me telling me what's going on with you. I know you ain't happy, but you pretending that you are. But that's it. Anyway, that's why I got mad. All right. Pisces, it ain't personal, but I got Pisces that I actually care about, that this is their energy all the way. And I did a past life reading for that individual and told them the very thing that came out in this reading. Mind blowing. All right, Pisces. That's your reading. Again, hit that like button for me on the way out. And if you're new to the channel, you like these types of updates, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that your notification bell is set to all, so you'll be notified when I upload new content or go live. And if you care to, my tip jar info is in the description box. And please check out my work at www.mtalford.com. Let's move on to Aries. Aries 23715. Okay, Aries. Whew, that was some interesting energy there, y'all. I didn't mean for y'all to see that. Anyway, that felt personal, even though I'm not the Pisces, but I know. Anyway, Pisces, y'all work on that. Y'all work on that. And take that message only if it resonates. Let's move on to Aries. Let's get an oracle message for Aries. Aries, what did Aries come here to? What did they come here from a past life? What did they bring a past life forward? What did they bring forward into this past from a past life? Y'all, I'm still stuck on that Pisces thing. Pretending to be happy when you're not. That's not good. That's not a good look. And I know a lot of Pisces that do that. I know a lot of Pisces that do that. I know too many Pisces that pretend. All right. Talk about Aries. Look at that fire. That firebird. Talk about Aries. All right. The Summoner. Card number. Let me put my readers on here. Let me get a sip of this cold. Ain't cold anymore. Iced coffee. The Summoner. Card number 49. Okay, some of y'all could be born, Aries definitely. Some of y'all could have been born on the 9th of April, or some of y'all could be an Aries moon or rising or north node that was born on September the 4th. Okay, 49. Some of y'all could be 49 years old. Some of y'all, 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus, some of y'all could have been born on the 13th day of a month. 1 plus 3 is 4. So some of y'all could have been born again in April, more Aries energy, or you could have been born on the 4th day of a month, or you could be a life path number 4. Okay, the Summoner. Your affirmation is, I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. Is that not Aries? Is that not Aries? Aries rules over the first house of I am. This is who I am. This is what I want. So this tells me right here, off the gate, right out the gate, that perhaps you guys were a little bit sheepish about asking for what you wanted. The ram takes what it wants. Did y'all have ram horns in your last life, Aries? I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. That's Aries energy, even if they don't deserve it. You ain't going to tell them they don't deserve it. The Summoner. Let's read that real quick. Already, I feel like some of the past life baggage that y'all came here to resolve and release is being afraid to ask for what you want, or feeling or not asking because you don't feel like you deserve it. That is so anti-Aries. Let's read this, y'all. Card number 49. Last two. We got Aries and then Taurus, and we're done. Thank y'all for those of y'all that stayed on for the whole reading. I greatly appreciate and value each and every one of you. All right, Aries, the summoner. I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. The art of the matter. The summoner has called for the seasonal gathering of the birds because it is almost time for them to migrate. She wants to celebrate and thank them for their songs, their beauty, and the magic of seeing them fly from their inspiringly fashioned nests. No one can watch a bird in flight and not be moved by it. The birds are happy to respond to the summoner's call because they know how much they are loved and appreciated. Taking good care of the land, trees, and plants without using destructive and often deadly chemicals has given the birds food, places to live, and a reason to sing their gratitude to the sun every morning. Though they must follow the sun to a warmer climate, they will return to the summoner's forest when the seasons turn again and fill the trees with fluttering beauty and nesty sounds. And that's the artwork. That's the artwork. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful card. All that red is Aries energy, y'all. That is Aries energy. That's Mars. That's Aries all day. Aries, sun, moon, rising, and north node. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. Okay. She has chosen to live in a place that experiences fall, winter, spring, and summer, and knows how to best prepare to live through all of them. She spends her time preparing for what she knows is coming and doing her best to be ready for what she cannot know is coming. Like anyone who lives off the land, the summoner knows the now. The summoner knows the now mostly forgotten techniques that enable a person to survive in the wilderness. She has a full array of clothing, tools, and techniques that give her the ability to live with her friends, the wild animals. She pays close attention to the weather, the phases of the moon, the migrations of the birds and animals, and the turning of the seasons. The summoner laughs when she hears someone refer to a place as a sacred space because she knows that all spaces are sacred, no matter how harsh or foreboding they may appear. She wants everyone to treat their homes, their places of work, their towns, cities, and nations as sacred spaces to be honored, maintained, and enjoyed. She knows that when anyone treats any place poorly and expects someone else to do the work of taking care of it, everyone suffers. The heart of the matter. Most people know that even if you do your affirmations faithfully, you cannot get what you want unless you cannot get you want unless and until you know what you want. A lesser known fact is that there are times when you cannot get what you want unless you ask for it. All too often, the people who are nice and helpful to others have a problem asking other people for help. This is, at its core, a subtle kind of egotism, as if to say that they are not inferior, needy, or down and out supplicants like those people that they themselves are usually only too glad to help if they can. Too proud to ask for help? Is that what y'all came here to, the past life baggage that y'all came to resolve, Aries? For these wonderful people, having the strength to overcome their natural reluctance to ask for help is an important achievement, whether they get the help they seek or not. You are entitled to get help from the universe and its inhabitants without asking for it, but you increase your chances by stating clearly exactly what you want. So, the summoner. I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. This tells me, Aries, that perhaps what you came here to clear is from a past lifetime is either is being afraid to ask for what you really want or feeling like you deserve to have what it is that your heart truly desires. Now, let's get a card. Let's get a tarot card there. Let's get a tarot card. That is a cardinal sign. I'm gonna take this Rider-Waite-Smith deck. All right, Aries. Let's get some more information on what you came here to resolve and let go of. What past life baggage did you bring forward into this lifetime that you need to resolve and get rid of? What is this card turned over? Let's turn it back over. Okay. I don't know why this card's sticking up. Spirit is telling me to take, so I'm going to take it. Okay. 7 of Swords. Okay. Okay. I don't know why that card, Spirit told me to take this card, but I did. 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords in this particular instance could mean one of two things. Deception. 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 Could you perhaps be leaving behind this energy of being deceptive in not, you're deceiving yourself. You're definitely deceiving yourself if you're not asking for what you want. Okay. Okay. Or you're deceiving yourself if you feel like you don't deserve it. Because every Aries I know thinks, I mean, they think that they're worthy more than anybody of what it is that they want. Aries is the first house. This is who I am. This is what I want. This could also be perhaps a fear that somebody might come and try to steal something that you have or take something away from you. Maybe you brought some past life baggage here of perhaps a fear that somebody might come and take what it is that you have or what it is that you want. So you don't tell anybody what it is that you want, or you're afraid to say what you want because every time perhaps you say what you want, here comes somebody else trying to jump in and take it. Like they had no idea of their own until they heard you say it, and now all of a sudden they want it. That's a possibility. All right, I'm gonna take that as a direction, and let's see what it is. Swords, that's the mind. Okay, so or you're moving in silence. Maybe you're not saying what it is that you want because, again, for some reason, you're moving in silence. Let me shuffle again. This is interesting. You never know how these readings are going to turn out. All right. It's for my Aries sun, moon, rising, and north node. Give me some more information on that Seven of Swords, Spirit. Talking about what things did Aries bring forward into this lifetime that they came here to resolve or clear from a previous lifetime. Okay. Two things came out there. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. So this clarifies that Seven of Swords. You got the Nine of Pentacles. That is collecting things that you've worked hard for, and you're in your energy of gratitude. Okay. But maybe there's some fear again that somebody might come along and try to steal what it is that you worked so hard for and built up. Okay. So maybe you're moving in silence. I don't know. But maybe you brought forward a past life fear that somebody is going to come and take away what it is that you worked so hard for. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. The Summoner. I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. But then you got this other card that came out, which is the Eight of Cups. Walking away. Okay. Walking away sad. Walking away from some heavy emotions. I'm gonna pull a clarifier. Pull a clarifier in each of these. Okay. Let me get a clarifier. Let me clarify that Nine of Pentacles. This one's tough. What's going on with my Mars ruled signs here? Scorpio and Aries here. Mars is conflict energy, so that comes with it sometimes. Let me get a clarifier, Spirit, for this Nine of Pentacles. That's three cards. I'm going to take all three of them. Okay. The Hierophant, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. Marriage. Marriage. Did you work hard, build up a lot of stuff with perhaps a husband, a partner, a teacher of some sort? That's giving husband, past lifetime energy. Okay. So you worked hard and built up. You got everything you want. Perhaps even had that Hierophant. That's a husband card sometimes. That's also Taurus energy. So some of y'all could have Taurus placements. Taurus is Venus rule. Taurus is the energy of nice things that you've collected. So this Hierophant clarifying that, it perfectly clarifies this Nine of Pentacles. So y'all worked hard. You built up some stuff. You got some nice things for yourself, but then something came, and it came all crashing down. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is past life pain that you guys brought forward. So that may be subconscious. It may be unconscious. Okay. And so now you're in this energy of, I got to plan carefully. Y'all brought this energy forward based on some past life pain. Okay. Let me get a clarifier for this Eight of Cups. What did they walk away from? I kind of think I know. Eight of Cups. Let me get a different deck. What did they walk away from in that previous lifetime? And it brought some pain forward in this lifetime. Definitely feeling like somebody may have stolen something from you. You walked away from something that wasn't making you happy. It could be that you just walked away from that whole situation. You ended up walking away from that situation. You said, hey, you know what? Like Erica Badu, I'll see you next lifetime. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. No new start. No new seeds planted. No new seeds planted. Why plant a seed? Why ask the universe to give me something? Why ask the universe to give me new coin, new investment money, new seed money? Why ask the universe to give me something new to grow? I'm not asking for that. Why is the universe going to give it to you if you don't ask for it? But your refusal to ask for it is because of what happened in that other lifetime. Somebody came and took away all of this stuff that you worked so hard to build up. That's happiness there. That nine of Pentacles is I worked hard. 8 of Pentacles is the card of hard work. The 9 of Pentacles is gratitude. I got it now. This is what I worked hard for and I got it. Okay, everything has come to pass. And you know what? The stuff I got is really nice. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. This also could represent a husband. It could represent a husband. But guess what? That happiness came crashing down. That happiness came crashing down, and it left you pondering what to do next. What path do I take next now? What path do I take? In the meantime, I'm just going to walk away from all of it. So that's what you came here to overcome that. But what Spirit wants you to do is summon what it is that your heart truly desires and expect to get it. This goes back to what I said. Who was that? Aquarius, was it? Mark 11 and 24. I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. Bump this, bump who this person is. Whoever this person is, bump them. Bump them. Spirit wants to give you, Spirit can't give it to you until you ask for it and believe you're going to get it. Let me bring that Mark 11 and 24 right back up for y'all. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Mark 11 and 24. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. So whatever things you desire, know that you already have them. Know that they're yours and believe that you receive them and you'll have them. Now, this is the interesting thing. Let me stop sharing that. Aries is Mars ruled, okay? Mars is about action. It's about, Aries is the ram. It's the warrior. It takes what it wants, okay? So you're not operating in that Aries energy if you're afraid to ask for what you want, and or you feel like you don't deserve to get it. The universe wants to give it to you, but they ain't gonna give it to you when you're acting sheepish. Okay, Aries is that conflict energy. Bump who this is. You know what? That whole thing may have happened in that previous lifetime to build your character and make you stronger, build you into a better warrior. Okay, yeah, you worked hard, you got it all built up, Aries. Okay, you built it up. You perhaps had that happy home with that husband, perhaps. Or you know, this again, this could be this could just with Hierophant being ruled by Taurus. It could just the Hierophant is Taurus energy. It could just mean that what you got was yours. Like Taurus is the energy of this is my stuff. So this is my stuff twice. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Pentacles. This is my stuff. The Hierophant, Taurus energy, this is my stuff. Okay. Now, it also represents rules, structure, orders. So you're like, hey, I worked hard for this. This is how we're going to do with this. Okay. This is how we're going to set this thing up and structure it now. Taurus is fixed energy. Okay. Fixed earth energy. So it's about stable. I'm stable now. I'm stabilized. I got this. I worked hard for it. I'm stabilized. But then came this individual, whoever they were, he or she, in that previous lifetime, and wrecked it all. That 10 of Pentacles, that home wasn't happy no more. Left you in this energy right here, planning what to do next. But in the meantime, you said, I'm walking away. And it left you in this energy where perhaps you felt like, I'm not going to ask for what I want because a subconscious memory of what happened to you in the previous lifetime. The last time this happened to me in another lifetime. Y'all go meditate on this and see if what I'm telling you is true. Don't take these messages if they're not for you, but they're for somebody. Okay. So your advice is built in here. Mark 11 and 24. Expect it. Know it's yours. Know it's yours and expect it. And say, hey, you know what? Regardless of what happened to me in the last time, that was to teach me and build me up. What's mine is mine. Nobody can have it. What this means is ultimately all of that stuff that I thought was mine, it was taken away because maybe it wasn't mine. It was just a lesson. Okay. So I don't need to clarify that 8 of Cups. That's all I got for y'all. Let me get an advice card. Let me get an advice card from Spirit. Let me get a advice card from Spirit. I gave you Matt's advice. Let me get you an advice card from Spirit. Yep. King of Swords. Your advice, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. King of Swords. Be wise, be intelligent, speak boldly, speak authoritatively. Know that it is yours and you will have it. Speak it, claim it. If you want it, say it and expect to get it and know you deserve it. King of Swords. All right, that's your advice in Spirit. Aries, hit that like button for me on your way out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell set to all. And if you're considering, if you like to leave a tip, my tip jar information is in the description box. And check out my work. I'm an award-winning author. Check me out at www.talfordarts.com. I'm also on Amazon and on Apple Books and Kindle, Amazon Kindle, okay? And you can also get printed books from Amazon, but I prefer you get them from me so I can autograph them. And not everybody's got an autographed copy of a Matt D. Talford work, all right? So that would put you in a special category. But Aries, that's all I got. Thank you all for being here. And finally, we arrive at Taurus. My Taurians, okay? Y'all season just ended and we're in Gemini season now. Let's get a word for my Taurians. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. If you're a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node, what past life baggage did you come here to resolve and release? What did you bring forward from a previous lifetime? Spirit said, just take one from the middle of the deck. I did. And boy, don't that look Taurian right there. Doesn't that look Taurian? Look at the elegance in the clothing. Look at the fine garb. Is that not Taurian? Spirit said, grab a card from the middle of the deck. That's the one I got. Your card is number 36, the loner. Some of y'all feel like loners. And you know what? That's a comfortable place for Taurus anyway. As long as Taurus got his creature comforts, his food, his cozy clothing, his cozy sofa, his favorite sofa, favorite couch, whatever, favorite chair, TV, Netflix, chill, favorite food, snacks, beverages. Taurus is good being a loner. All right, that's number 36. That 3 plus 6 is 9. Some of y'all might be life path number 9. Some of y'all might have been born in the 9th day of a month. Some of y'all could be 36 years old or 63. Some of you could have birthdays on the 6th of March or the 3rd of June. Okay, or some of you could have been born in the 9th month, which is September, or the 9th day of any month. Your affirmation is that not Taurian? I enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. You know what? This one is going to end the way it started. I did not read the book for Gemini. I'm not going to read the book for you guys, Taurus. It ain't necessary. That says it all. Taurians enjoy being alone and getting in touch with their true feelings, okay? On the other side of Taurus axis is Scorpio. Scorpio is about the feelings, okay? So, but Taurus loves being alone and getting in touch with... I'm going to pull a yes, no card to see if I need to read from the book for y'all. We'll pull one card out the middle of the deck. Yes, no. Let's take that one. This 2 came out. Let's see. If they're split, then I'm going to do a tiebreaker. The Fool is a yes card. And the 8 of Pentacles is a yes card. All right, I'm going to read from the book for y'all. Spirit wants me to read from the book for y'all. So that 8 of Pentacles says, do the work, Matt. All right, 36. I'm going to read. I'm going to read from the book for y'all, Taurus. Okay, the loner. I enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. This is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. The art of the matter. A kind, gentle, and sensitive woman steps ashore and inhales the sweet-smelling aroma of the first flower she has held in a long time. I don't know why my mustache is itching my nose all of a sudden. Maybe it's just some sort of spirit confirmation. I don't know. In its fragrance comes a momentary escape from her recent sea voyage and all the cares of the world, and she has known many. In fact, she has known such sorrow that she has chosen to never again see, hear, or otherwise encounter anything or anyone that can cause or even remind her of her pain. Now I know why Spirit had me read this for y'all, Taurus. Y'all brought forth some past life baggage that had to deal with some pain that somebody caused you. In her all-consuming passion to stay away from anything but what she considers to be ideal, she has run away. Anchored offshore lies her great ship, symbol of her willingness to journey to the ends of the earth to avoid what has become intolerable to her. Wow. Yeah, I see the boat now. Y'all see the sail, the boat, the ship with the sails? Okay, it's to the side of her bent elbow. I don't know what side that is looking from this perspective, but anyway. Okay, anchored offshore lies her great ship, symbol of her willingness to journey to the ends of the earth to avoid what has become intolerable to her. The ship has not anchored but drifts around in a circle awaiting her decision. If she does not like what she finds here in this new place, she can always return to her vessel and sail away in her never-ending search for a place that is as wonderful as she can imagine. However, she must be careful that her isolation lasts only as long as it should for her greatest good. Perhaps this time her journey has led her to her personal paradise. Pardon me. Here, the sun does not burn the skin and the moonlight does not confuse the eye. Instead, both luminaries have been replaced by a strangely hollow orb that seems to be emitting a most unusual kind of light from blue-black flames jumping off its circumference. Its circumference, in turn, is stranger still, for it appears to be made of the rings of the planet Saturn or Uranus. In this place of refuge, the stars are not distant, but seem close enough to touch as they add their own light to the scene. Y'all, I saw an interesting documentary where this girl found one of her mom's journals, one of her great-grandmother's journals from the 1800s, and she mentioned noticing the day where the stars stopped looking big and being close and turned into what we see today, distant, small, twinkle, twinkle. She said that there were a bunch of children her age that journaled the same thing back in the 1800s. I forget the name of the documentary on YouTube, but it was something talking about the day that the stars got smaller or something like that. I don't remember, but that's interesting. That just brought that to mind. So the only things that seem familiar about this scene are the creatures of all shapes and sizes that surround her, from the one-celled animals and strange sea creatures at her feet to the seabirds above. Seabirds are in the border of the picture there. The single star that floats in front of the clouds as they roll in is a symbol that this world is the dreamlike vision of a single person. Also, just as the pole star is used by sailors to navigate, so are our dreams, fantasies, and idealizations essential to us when they are used as lofty goals that nevertheless can help us to arrive at the best place we are capable of reaching. Let's look at that one more time. I guess that single star is the one that's surrounded by that the rings of Saturn, maybe, or the one that's in the frame above between the birds. Anyway, so the heart of the matter. There are times when it is important for you to put distance, either emotional or physical, between you and your situation. When you are feeling overly stressed and vulnerable, it is crucial that you avoid being overwhelmed by people and events that have no regard for your fragile state. You must protect yourself from the insensitivity of others. Be around only positive people. Isolate yourself from your routine to get in touch with your true feelings. You may even need to release, or you may need even the release of a good cry, which can act like an escape valve on your emotions. Escape comes in many forms, and it is up to you to choose the method that is appropriate for your situation. Sometimes making a strategic withdrawal can give you time to rest and recover your perspective on your situation. Coasting on automatic pilot is a form of escape too, but it will not get you to where you would like to be. So, yeah, it sounds like you guys are loners because perhaps somebody hurt you in a previous lifetime. So now you enjoy being alone and getting in touch with your true feelings. And that's exactly the energy of a Taurus North Node. If you're a Taurus North Node, you came here to enjoy your own time and space and comforts, okay? But maybe you brought forward some past life baggage that you need to release. And that is perhaps you're still holding on to people, places, or things that are robbing you of that personal time that you came here to pour back into yourself with, okay? So let's put that card away and let's get you from the lunar deck, okay, Taurus? And I split the deck on the Fool. How about that? I split the deck on the Fool and the Hermit. That's almost a message in and of itself, Taurus. Okay, split the deck on the Fool, a fresh start, a new start, and the Hermit. A new start at isolating and getting in touch with yourself. Okay. That's what some of y'all came here to do. That's what some of y'all came here to do. Now let's find out what past life baggage you came here to resolve and release. I bet it's tied to perhaps holding on. All right. Look what flew out here. The Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands, it came out in reverse. Upright, it says confidence. This Queen of Wands came out in reverse. Okay. So the past life, this tells me right out the gate that the past life baggage that you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node is that you came here to get away from, step away from not operating in the fullness of your beauty and your creativity, your passions. Okay. This came out in reverse. So the past life baggage that you came here to release is lack of confidence. Okay. Lack of confidence. That Queen of Wands is very beautiful. She's very confident, but perhaps you guys, something happened in a previous lifetime that caused you some pain and made you perhaps feel unconfident or made you feel unbeautiful or made you just feel, whether male or female, made you feel like, oh, you know what? I'm not so sure, man. This didn't work out for me the last time. A lot of this past life baggage are subconscious triggers that's the reason why I'm doing this reading today. I want to bring them up. I want to see if, oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you so much, Allie. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah. So lack of confidence is what you guys came here to release. Let's get a little bit more information on that Queen of Wands in reverse, Spirit. Anything else for my Taurian Sun, Moon, Rising, and North nodes? Y'all came here to release and overcome perhaps a lack of confidence based on why did they bring confidence wounds to this lifetime, Spirit? Okay, 2 cards came out. Let me see if anything else comes out before I turn those over. Oh, 2 more came out. Wow, that's a lot. It takes a lot to put that Queen of Wands in reverse Queen of Wands energy. It takes a lot. Let's see what came out. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. 6 of Wands. Victory. So you guys are going to get it in this lifetime. What you want, you're going to get. That's the energy supporting your reading. 6 of Wands is victory, celebration. That means everybody sees you winning. I love that for you. I love that for you, Taurus. Okay. So I asked, why did they lack confidence? First card out was the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is running away from something. That is exactly what we just read in your Oracle card, the Loner. Okay. So the 6 of Swords, you ran away from something. Okay. The Chariot came out in reverse. The Chariot upright is determination. I'm going to get what it is that I want. In reverse, it's like, nah, whoa, horsey, whoa, pull up. So the reason why you were in that energy of lack of confidence is what comes before the 6 of Swords? The 5 of Swords. So you guys were dealing with somebody that was a mental manipulator or somebody that tried to talk you out of your spot, somebody that was always perhaps browbeating you. As beautiful as you are, they were probably telling you that you are not beautiful, ladies or fellas, as dapper as you are, as handsome, as smart, as confident, as creative as you are, as much of a boss and ability to create things and just do things that others can't do. You probably had somebody browbeating you saying, man, that ain't nothing. You could do better. Okay. Male or female doing it to you. I don't know. Whatever it was that gave you a blow to your confidence, you said in that previous lifetime, nah, I'm getting out of here. I'm not dealing with this. I'm I'm moving away from that. Okay. And then what happens next is the Chariot. The Chariot, it killed your determination. It killed your determination. It made you not want to do anything else. That Chariot, guess who drives the Chariot? The Emperor. The Emperor drives the Chariot. This puts you out of your Emperor energy and you're like, man, you started doubting yourself. Right? What's at the bottom of the deck, though? The 6 of Wands. So you're going to get victory. You came here to get victory this lifetime. Now, what came out after that Chariot was the Wheel of Fortune, but it was in reverse. Okay? So this halted your destiny. You're allowing somebody to make you sail away from what it was that you wanted to achieve, and just halt the horses, pull up that Chariot, make the Chariot stop going. That negatively affected your confidence and your determination. It halted the Wheel of Fortune from turning in your favor. Wheel of Fortune is destiny. Now, people talk about destiny swapping. I'm here to tell you, destiny swapping doesn't work. It doesn't. The most that somebody can do, and really is you doing it to yourself because you allow others to affect you, the most that somebody can do is delay your destiny. So your destiny got delayed to this lifetime. But you got good news right here in the cards. You're going to get what it is that you want. Okay? And this loner says, hey, you know what? I actually enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. Okay? Maybe you didn't enjoy it before because you were too busy in another lifetime weeping over what happened. You lost your confidence. Somebody made you feel so damn unpretty. Whatever that TLC song is. Unpretty. Okay? You left, you sailed away, and you were like, you know what? Your determination failed. You're like, yeah, you know what? I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay? Upright, it says luck. In reverse, it says unlucky. Okay? I like to see Wheel of Fortune as destiny. Your destiny got deferred to this lifetime. But guess what? Guess what came out after that? It's 10 of Pentacles. Okay? Two messages here. You were destined in a previous lifetime to get this stable 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is everything you want. Okay? 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. 10 of Pentacles is material fulfillment. You got the wealth, the cars, the houses, the estates, the money, the respect, the children, the family, the wife, the kids, the husband, whatever, you male or female. You got everything. You got everything. That's the 10. You were destined to get that in another lifetime, Taurus. This is Pentacles energy. Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You were destined to get this in another lifetime, but it got deferred. It got deferred because you let somebody that you were connected to, perhaps. It could have been a work situation. It could have been a romantic situation. It could have been family. Somebody talked you out of your stuff, and you lost confidence in your ability to be magical. The Queen of Wands is magical. She's the prettiest queen in the deck. She's the most beautiful of the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Wands is by far the hottest. If the four of them queens come in the room, all eyes gonna go into that Queen of Wands first. Okay? That's fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy. Okay? But you lost that. You lost that somewhere down the road, down the stretch. Somewhere you lost it. And you said, you know what? I ain't worried about it. I'm out. I'm out. Transition. Some of y'all transitioned out of life. I hate to say that. Some of y'all transitioned out of life being unfulfilled. Hurt. You brought pain forward into this lifetime. Your destiny got deferred. But guess what? This card right here supporting your reading, the Six of Wands, victory, success, people, stand fast till I make your enemies your footstool. Ain't that a scripture verse? All right. All right. Thou prepares the table before me. This is my thou prepares the table before me in the presence of my enemies card right here. Six of Wands. That is the energy of thou prepares the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Taurus, sun, moon, rising, north node. You got it this lifetime. Okay. Forget it. Forget all of this. This is going to turn up right. You got your confidence back. Okay. You got your confidence back. That destiny is going to be turned right side up. That Wheel of Fortune is now, it's going to swing in your favor and you're going to get all of this. This was deferred. It was deferred to this lifetime. Do I need an advice card for them? Yes. I'm going to get you an advice card from Spirit. I'm just going to say chill. Matt's saying chill. Work on you. Work on you. Enjoy that time alone. When you got that time alone, you ain't got to hear them other voices. The voices of them haters in your ears. Haters is Five of Swords energy. All right. I like this. Advice from Spirit. Eight of Wands in reverse. Move slow. Move slow. Eight of Wands is rapid. Eight of Wands is rapid activity, rapid movement, but also communication. Eight of Wands in reverse. Spirit's telling you, keep your mouth shut. And look, there's 8 people in the chat, and this is the number 8 card. Some of y'all life path number 8s. Some of y'all are life path number 8s. Y'all can manifest better than anybody. You know, one of the keys to manifestation is not telling nobody what you manifesting. Matthew 6:6, pray in secret, and the Father will reward you openly. This is open reward right here. Six of Wands is open reward. That's when everybody sees it. So your advice from Spirit, Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands is a card of communication. Keep your mouth shut. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody what you doing. Hey, what you doing in the house? We don't see you no more. Are you coming out? I'm chilling. That's all they need to know. I'm chilling. Don't need to know what you're working on. They do not need to know what you're working on, Taurus. I love that for y'all. What a way to end these readings tonight. What a way to end these readings. Taurus, that's your reading. If you like that, hit a thumbs up for me. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of energy updates, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell set to all so you'll be notified when I upload new content and go live. Y'all, that's all I got. That's all I got. This reading would have been a lot shorter if I didn't read from the book from the Intuition Oracle, but Spirit guided me down that path right after Gemini. Because Gemini, I moved through Gemini pretty quickly, but Spirit was like, I need you to read. I need you to read these because there's some messages in here for somebody. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. Let me go through the comments for y'all. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Let me read some comments here. Let's see. All right, let's see. We got here. Tour Girl checked in. All right, so y'all was just checking in. I like it. Green Tambourine said, those cards from South America, I have that set. Okay, very nice. Tip jar done. Thank you again, Green Tambourine. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings to the soul tribe. What's up, Fair Use? Thank you for being here. Got Bernadette in the house. Tour Girl, thank you for being here. Okay, Green Tambourine says, see, that's why I left the tip. LOL, I knew in advance. Just kidding. Wow, I pulled Ace of Swords and Emperor for myself. Wow, this morning. Wow. I had a past life reading that told me I lost a past love. This is so spot on. Wow. After rewatch this, I got too excited. Wow. Thank you for that feedback, Green Tambourine. I will wait on Scorpio to complete my journey. Very nice. Sorry, I took up the chat. No, you were good. New here saying, hey, what's up, CJ Brooks? Facts and receipts. What's up, CJ? Thank you for being here. Tour Girl, appreciate y'all. Allie, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. So listen, y'all. Taurus, again, if you enjoyed this reading, you want to leave a tip, my tip jar information is in my description box. You don't have to leave one. It's if you want to, but I do want you to check out my work. I'm an award-winning author, and my works can be found at my website, www.talfordarts.com. Browse through the books, find something there that you like to read. If you're a reader, you're an avid reader, perhaps find a book there that you would want to read and purchase a copy. I'll be happy to autograph that for you. I'm also on Instagram, not Instagram. I am on Instagram, Matt D. Talford, but I'm also on Amazon Kindle and Apple Books. And I'm also available in print at Amazon. But if you're going to buy a printed copy of the book, I prefer you get it from me. Okay. And I should have made this announcement, y'all, but from now through the end of June, if you purchase a copy of that book behind me there, Twin Flames, you are eligible for a free higher self reading, a free higher self tarot reading. Okay. That is something that I'm happy to do for you. All you have to do is claim it when you make your order, say, yes, I want the reading. You don't have to get it, but if you purchase that book, you're eligible for that. If you have already purchased that book before I started running that special and you want that free higher self reading, just send me an email. This is retroactively available to anyone who has purchased this book as well. So if you purchase it up to this date, from now till June 30th, if you purchased that book or you purchase it, you are eligible for a free higher self energy reading. Okay. What does it look like? It says, what does my higher self want to tell me right now? Okay. What does my higher self want to communicate to me? That is what I got for y'all. Okay. So check out my work, www.talfordarts.com. And y'all, this one ran a little bit longer than I wanted it to. And normally I don't like to eat late, but I'm gonna stay. I was up till like 3 a.m. last night. So maybe I'm gonna repeat that. And I'm gonna go down here and give me a slice of homemade pizza. But until then, y'all have a blessed rest of your evening and have a great week today. Not today. I'm tired, y'all. Have a great week. Okay. Don't work too hard. Don't do nothing that Maddie wouldn't do. Okay. We in the Army, we had a saying, you can work me long, but you can't work me hard. All right. All right. So take that. That's for somebody. Y'all have a great week. This was a pleasure for me to do this past life baggage reading. I hope that y'all benefited from it. Leave a comment underneath the video and I will talk to y'all next time. Thank y'all so much. Peace. And thank y'all for those of y'all that stayed for the whole reading. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. Peace.